Hello, everybody. This is episode 3 of After Hours with Karsen and BT Clutch.
Why are you screaming into the mic?
I didn't realize I was. I am kind of close.
It's been an off week. We're a little rusty.
Yep, we took a week off yesterday, or last week, due to scheduling conflicts and things like that, right?
There's a whole story. I won't bore you with the details.
I gotcha. Well, we were coming off a very busy week because we had the championship, the mascot race, we had the car show at 3RK, we had the Arcade-a-thon and all that. There was a lot going on, so it's officially kind of winding down, at least on my end. I don't know about you. But Brandon's here, I'm here. We have a new guest host today. A guest today is Mr. Alan Yoder, the one and only. He'll be here talking to us. He's about to come on right now. So without further ado, we're going to get started. This is episode 3 of After Hours with Karsen and Brandon.
You remember the name?
I did.
Hey.
I did. Yep. Okay, so we have Alan here. Alan, say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
So Alan Yoder is here. He's part of the 3RK staff. He's also a substitute teacher. And he's worked at many other places in the past. I'm sure we'll have a few stories.
He may have wanted to keep that confidential.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. But Alan, how are you feeling about being on our podcast?
Scared, nervous.
It's okay.
Lexi could handle that. You can handle it.
Yeah, Lexi was totally fine. Lexi was nervous at first too. But real quick, just want to recap. The Pittsburgh mascot charity race happened. It's come and gone. Rock the Pit Panther was the winner of the donations, and he was the winner of the race. WPXI was here. I got interviewed on the news. It made the news multiple times. We had a few surprise mascots here that we didn't know were coming. Kenny Kangaroo from Kennywood was here. Iceberg from the Pens. So much fun. Alan, that was your first time seeing it in person. What did you think?
It was very interesting.
Yeah.
I must say, as a Penn State fan, I was a little disappointed with the winner. And also disappointed that Kenny spun out Iceberg, but that's a whole other topic.
He sure did. He did.
First lap, I think.
Yep. It was 6 laps, so 6 laps.
They almost lapped poor Iceberg.
They did, yeah, Iceberg, and then Kenny almost got lapped too. So
Kenny was a little slow, so I mean
should have let it happen after spinning out Iceberg.
No, man, I was rooting for Kenny, and I was rooting for Rock the Pit Panther, and look, he won. He took home the gold. So, Rock the Pit Panther is the 2025 mascot charity race winner. 2024 was the Pirate Parrot. So, we'll see who knows who next year's will be.
Nice tradition you started.
I know, I'm excited for next year already. We already have the mascots marketed on their calendar for next year.
So, let me ask you this. Did you feel bad about making those guys linger around down there for about an hour and 90 degrees?
Yes,
you know?
Absolutely. It keeps me up at night to this day. I was afraid we were going to kill at least a few of them. But, unfortunately, the trackside was running behind schedule. I'm very strict with my schedules on my end. We were on time.
We were doing a whole championship. I mean, obviously, the time was kind of chaotic, I would say.
So I did feel bad.
What was your role in the championship race? I don't remember. Were you on the track?
I was kind of everywhere. Initially, I came in to just watch and meet a couple of the mascots.
It's never just watching, is it?
Well, I'm like, I have a shirt in my car anyway, just in case. Good thing I brought it. I was told I was going to help get the mascots ready and staged and all that. But we had a couple axe throwers come in right before it, so I was stuck doing that. Then I was kind of on track, kind of helping out with the whole tournament thing. I was just kind of all over the place.
You know, if you didn't have an assigned role, Karsen, why didn't you, we'll get into this in a little bit, how you just left me in the broadcast booth by myself to my own devices. But you could have assigned Alan to me. You could have helped me out, you know?
You're right, yeah.
But then we still wouldn't have had anyone for the axe throwers.
That's fair, yeah.
True.
Sorry,
Plus, Alan, which mascots were you really looking forward to meeting?
Well, I finally got the Parrot's autograph.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes.
It's been a while since I've seen Loco from Altoona.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Iceberg is probably my favorite.
Yeah.
What you pointing at?
We got the pictures right here, actually, on the monitor. Yeah. Kenny, Iceberg, Wild Thing, Loco, Pirate Parrot, Ammo.
Ammo from the Riverhounds.
Mm-hmm. Is it Ammo or Ammo?
I'm pretty sure it's Ammo.
I've heard it both ways.
Okay. There's also Romo from Robert Morris University. He was pretty cool. One thing I didn't know is I was caught off guard. I didn't know the Wild Thing could lift up his glasses. His eyes were very alarming. He just did that. It kind of scared me, to be honest. He looks absolutely crazy, but I guess that fits his character because he's a wild thing.
Speaking of the wild thing and axe throwing, him and Kenny actually came down and tried to throw some axes.
They did. Wild Thing got it to stick once too.
Yeah. Poor Kenny.
Yeah, it's okay. It was hot.
Which one was the one that kept jump scaring JoJo?
I believe that was Rock the Panther, because he was messing with JoJo hard. He was.
There was another one too. I think they all were.
Yeah.
Once they know they can draw you in, it's over for you.
Yep. They're a lot of fun.
I will say it was also pretty cool. I came in wearing an Altoona Curve hat.
Yes, you did.
So Loco saw that and pointed and came over to me, gave me a high five. Because I'm pretty sure I was one of maybe 3 people that knew who he was before he was introduced.
Yeah.
Did you plan the hat on purpose?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah, Alan. When I told Alan that it was Altoona Curve was the ones who actually reached out to me because they heard about this happening. And once I told Alan when he came into work, I was like, I got a surprise for you. And once I told him, he was like a definite. He was going to be in.
Did you even know the one last year?
I knew the one last year. I believe we had a family event or something going on that I couldn't really get out of.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see how we can expand. Maybe one year we'll just do all strictly pierogies, and we'll just do a pierogi race. Or
they have to run though. They
Yes.
have to run.
Could, but I mean that's a liability issue.
I ran the track in the green man suit. They can do it too.
Okay.
I'll run with them.
They're used to running.
I guess so.
How's that a liability?
Heck, some of them are used to getting hit by Jalapeno Hannah's purse.
Exactly. Yeah, me being included.
Maybe next year we'll just have we almost did have everyone. Steely McBean was absent, and if we had him, that would almost be the whole package. I think if we keep all the ones we had this year, get them to come back, and then we have the pierogies and Steely, boom, we're set. Maybe Smiley for Meat and Park, but I think we have a pretty set, complete collection of mascots that I'm happy with. So
if you could get one mascot that's not Pittsburgh related.
That ugly one from what hockey team is it? The Flyers or the
Gritty?
Yeah, Gritty.
That's exactly what I was thinking. That's why I asked. That's
and then
what I was gonna say.
There's that one. I don't know what team he's for. He's like a bowl or something. He's known for doing the pies on Instagram where they slide the pie and he just.
The Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah. But
the Colts guy. Yeah. Okay, I know him.
I think that would be pretty cool.
Now, does Penn State count as Pittsburgh?
Honestly, we'll just take whoever because we had Altoona here.
If they want to take part, yes.
Yeah, it's
now,
not.
I will say this: Altoona Curve is technically a Pittsburgh affiliated team, so that's not that much of a stretch.
Then yeah, I think Penn State would.
Yeah, but I think the Penn State mask is always busy doing like push-ups on like 4 tables stacked high, isn't he? Something like that. That was him, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He's crazy. You'd have to set up like obstacles on the track for him.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, I'm happy with who we had, and once you see them all together, like this picture right here, like it was a lot of freaking mascots.
Oh yeah, the intro idea too.
That was great. That worked out great. We had Jagoff, John and Rachel from the podcast. They were here doing it, and the way we staged it, and they're professionals. Like once they got on the mic, boom, it was perfect. And like we had so many people here. It was so busy down in the plaza area with people everywhere. Oh yes. And like it was so cool having them so engaged with it, and
I can't tell you how many pictures I took, both of me and people. Hey, can you take a picture?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was great. And then WPXI showed up that night. We didn't invite him or invite them. We did send a press release out to everybody, and they replied early in the morning. And I was like, okay, they'll just do an article. And then Daryl comes over to me all happy, and he shakes me on the shoulder. He's like, WPXI's here. They want to talk to you. And that was like one of our biggest goals ever was try to get the news in here because it's not easy. And the fact that we pulled it off, it was an absolute dream come true.
I will say, I haven't seen the interview with you, unfortunately.
I think it aired on Saturday.
Yeah, because I got home and Karsen still had like an hour drive, and he's like, "Watch the news for me," and I was like, "I already am."
Yeah.
And he said,
I watched, and it was just a brief 1-minute blurb. Yeah. And I'm like, that's a little disappointing.
That one, and then they did the one you watched was the day after. They played the same clip at the noon, 12 o'clock news. Yep. But then Saturday, they posted us like 4 times. And then if you click on that new article, that has my whole interview typed up. So I'm guessing at some point on Saturday, they played my interview clip, and we just didn't see it.
I watched the broadcast when I got home, and I sent the brief, because it's like 13 seconds. I sent it to Karsen. He's like, they didn't do my interview.
I know.
And like he was all down in the dumps, and I'm like, hold on, they might do it tomorrow.
I think they did do it. I think we just missed it.
That was the only reason I even watched the news.
I know. Like, I was like, come on. But it was still pretty cool that we got that news coverage. And
that is the first time I've watched local news in probably
Yeah, it's been a while.
My entire life.
Honestly, I think the past couple years, the only times I watched the news is when I thought 3RK was going to be on there. So
I mean, I basically only watch the weather.
Yeah.
I don't even watch that anymore. This is not to go off topic here, but I'm telling you, have you noticed this? This has been the worst year of weather prediction I've ever seen in my entire life. In my life, for better or for worse, it's been good and bad at times. But every time it says it's going to do something, it does the opposite, and it's insane.
Yeah.
Or every time I have outdoor plans, it has to.
Oh, that's life,
ruin
though.
it.
That's life, though. That's just kind of how it goes, you know. But anyways, just wanted to bring that up.
Final thoughts on the mascot race? Who do you think should be the winner next year? Who are you rooting for next year, Alan?
Anyone but the Panther.
Anyone
well, you gotta. All right, so here's what people gotta take into account here for next year. Remember, I think I counted a total of 0 passes that took place.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Me and Alan will understand this term. You might not, but track position is critical. So
yes.
Just remember, whoever you vote for, if you get your favorite to start in first, you got a good shot of winning that bad boy.
Which was so weird because last year we had multiple passes. Cheese Chester got spun out.
Well, yeah, they were all just hitting each other, though.
I know, it was more aggressive last year. This year it was, like, it got close. I mean, it got close. Like, Loco was on the Panthers' ass. Because Loco, like, he was in it to win it.
Oh, yeah.
I even spoke to him before he became Loco and a performer. And they were donating like crazy to have him in. And then Rock the Panther beat him out at the last second before voting closed.
And I saw the defending champion, Pirate Parrot. He was just looking for a corner to get in there and just spin somebody.
It got close, but yeah, there was no passing except for, was it like Kenny passed Ice? No, he spun out Iceberg, but Iceberg went and Kenny still had his foot on the brake, so that made Kenny get stuck behind.
I thought Kenny was stuck at like the hairpin.
He was, and that's just because he had his, I mean, it's hard because their feet are gigantic and they can't really see. His foot was like slightly still on the brake, so I remember I had to go help him. And so yeah, if anything, Iceberg kept going. Kenny almost got overlapped.
I will say this. I'm not going to name which one it was. One of them actually had to like break character and be like, hey, I need these pedals closer so I can actually push them down.
Yeah, it is funny. When you work behind the scenes with the mascots, sometimes they do break character and it's cool. But it also feels really cool because you're kind of like, wow, I'm like important enough for them to break character.
Well, I feel like something like that was a safety thing, so
yeah,
it's kind of important.
Yeah, it's good that he spoke up and was like, I'm not going to be able to do this. But
you can't drive it if you can't push it. As a person who rode on a go-kart ride well before I was at the required height limit, it is not fun. I don't know why they let me on that ride.
Oh, wow.
Now, my last thought was hopefully one of our recent 3RK guests can help get Iceberg to #1.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, get Wags in here. Give him some lessons.
We're not talking about him.
Who are you referring to?
We had Chris Letang come in.
Oh, yeah.
On last Sunday.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then he came back this
Again.
past Saturday. Twice in 1 week, pretty much.
You guys are just too good, man.
So he freaking loves this place, man. So
hopefully that's a good sign to
hopefully,
bring
yeah,
some of his friends.
We're pushing for like how the Steelers rented us out twice. We're
Well,
pushing for a whole Pittsburgh Penguins.
Just keep in mind that last time the Pittsburgh Steelers' entire team came here for their, off-season activities, they did miss the playoffs that year. So
yeah,
I thought they made the playoffs.
It was a rough year, I will say.
I can't remember.
It was a rough year, but I'm like, hey,
it's been a lot of rough
they
years.
made the playoffs because they came into
And
go-kart
remember when they
look at it
came
that
back
way.
when they came back the second time in August, they were really doing good.
Well, that was after the preseason.
It was that, but I mean, they were doing really good, and there was a lot of hype around them. So then, like, the joke was, oh, Tomlin was bringing them here as like a good work or something, because that was the day they canceled practice and came here, because that was like the last minute trip. The one in June was like been planned out for like the past 9 months. But yeah, that August, when they came back in August, that was totally last minute. I think that was like a surprise for them. So.
Yeah, because I had to be here 8:30 to 8:30 that day.
We all got the text message the night before. We need the staff tomorrow. The Steelers are coming. We need to pull out all the games again.
Yeah.
But I did get to talk to my guy Pat Fryermuth because he liked my jersey.
I remember that. Oh my God, that whole thing was just absolutely.
What employee's gonna say no to that though? If they say come in early, the Steelers are coming.
Everybody was here except Craig already had a scheduled autocross race, so it was everybody but Craig.
I can't.
Now I will say this:
can't.
the first time they came in was my first day of summer vacation from school.
Yeah.
So I had that day requested off. My friend and I were going to go hang out downtown before the Pirates game. I'd be like, hey, I got called into work. They're not telling me why. I'm going to have to cancel Pittsburgh. I'll still go to the Pirates game. All I know is they told me, of all people, I needed to be there.
Yeah.
And then I found out like a couple days before.
Oh,
so
yeah.
They didn't tell you why? You weren't trying to keep it secret?
They told me there's something going on. I think it may have been Karsen or...
It's always Karsen.
I was the one who
Or
leaked
Patrick, maybe. One of you two.
Patrick didn't work here when...
I thought he did.
No.
Oh, he's been...
No,
Or unless he was gone before that.
He was gone long before
that.
Yeah.
So then maybe it was you then.
He
gone
left
before
before
me.
Brandon did, yeah. So Brandon definitely wasn't
I was here when Najee Harris came in. You know,
That's true.
and he's out in Los Angeles now, so...
Blowing out an eye or something during fireworks.
That did happen.
So, yeah, that whole experience, unforgettable. The Steelers coming, not Najee Harris.
But then Najee Harris coming here, though, too, was cool.
Yeah, him coming here, but his personal life stories that Alan brought, that is not...
I never really went into... The only thing I'll say about Najee Harris when he came in is, when you see him on TV doing interviews and stuff, being just a quirky, funny guy, that's exactly how he is in real life, okay?
Yeah.
We barely even acknowledged that he was famous because he was here by himself. I mean, obviously, he didn't want that.
He was here completely by himself.
We brought out one friend and his friend's girlfriend. He said they were visiting.
Oh.
So, but we could tell he didn't want any of the, oh, yeah, it's not, so we were kind of cool. I think Ryan actually said something like, he's tried to be slick and said, hey, we put you in a Kart 22 for you.
That's what
And then
Alan
I was
said.
like, oh my God.
So, being a Penguins season ticket holder, whenever I saw that reservation pop up, I'm like, Karsen, is this who I think it is? And sure enough, it was. I'm like, hey, I'll go to break after this. I just want to do the safety briefing.
Yeah.
And I opened up with, hey, it's nice to meet you. I'm a big fan. I'll say this right now. Unfortunately, I don't have a Kart 58. And he laughed. He said he wasn't superstitious about it like some of his teammates.
Hockey players do get very superstitious.
Especially some of the Penguins.
I believe, yeah. I mean,
but no, that was a fun experience.
I bet it was. Did he come here with his kid?
Yep.
Yeah.
Najee was what was he? He was singing at the top of his lungs a song that wasn't even playing on the speaker. It was a different song entirely, but he was just singing it. It was awesome.
Well, but when they came in the first time, they had him mic'd up for a race.
I saw that. Yeah,
He was like a core attention star of the content.
Now, nobody knew this except for whoever was working. I was on flag stand that day, so we're responsible for blue flagging, holding up signs and all that. Well, he was sitting there just drifting around the corners and all this kind of stuff. I held up "Keep Foot by the Brake" sign. Well, I went back and watched the video they posted. He's like, no, I don't use the brake pedal.
Are we talking about?
I told you, I don't use the brake pedal.
Is this Letang or Najee?
Najee.
Okay, because he was doing that too when he came by himself.
But yeah, I'm like, seriously, he's yelling at me. But no one's gonna know that unless you were working.
I don't work anymore, so I can say, man, it's his liability at that point. You gave him the safety briefing. If something happens, I don't know. I don't know, man.
Alan, do you remember the one Steeler who didn't do anything? He didn't want any part of it. He was just kind of like,
oh, you told
coy.
me this one, I think.
He played the games out in the parking lot, but he didn't want to go-kart. Cam Hayward was trying to get him to go.
Would he fit in a go-kart?
He did, yeah.
I did, okay.
Yeah, they all did.
I know Cam Hayward couldn't even fit into our largest helmet.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I figured of all people, maybe him.
Was that him, or was it someone else?
It was Mr. Kenny Pickett.
Oh,
Kenny Pickett didn't do anything.
You guys don't gotta worry about him anymore. It's all right. You know what? Last thing about Najee. You know what his racer? You know what his racer name was?
What?
I don't know why. Back shots.
Oh, now I do remember that. Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't ask him the backstory behind that. But
Speaking of racer names, I remember you were at home watching the names come in on as they were racing.
The funny thing, I wasn't even at home. I was actually at work.
And you were just watching the stage.
I wanted to see who was winning.
He was trying to guess who was who.
We were trying to guess by the racer names.
Because, don't tell Daryl, but I did also leak it to Brandon because he wanted to know. I was like, because we were doing our weekly broadcasts for League, and I was like, hey, I want to keep this on the low, but there's an event coming up on Tuesday,
and I didn't bring it up in the broadcast, did I?
No, you did not. Everyone kept it a secret, except there was one employee. He doesn't work here anymore, but he said something like casual conversation with me. He was like, yeah, I told my mom what was going on. I was like, oh, you told your mom about this secret event? He's like, yeah, I told my dad too. I was like, oh my God. I was like, and then I went, yeah, I told my parents too. It's fine. You just get along.
I mean,
because that's so cool. Like, how could you, like, not tell at least your closest family members?
Well, I know, like, football is the one sport that most of my family watches.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they don't get into hockey as much as my sister and I do. So, like, when I told them, they're like, oh, that's pretty cool. And, of course, they were asking, oh, who was the best, who was the worst? Did any of the coaches race? I'm like, yeah, we had a couple. Oh, yeah? How was, who was the worst coach? I'm like, just take a guess.
Oh, yeah, because at that time.
It was,
yeah.
Everyone was chanting to fire him.
I remember that.
Even at hockey games, too, which was ridiculous.
Once it hits the hockey stadiums, you're... I mean, but it could be worse. You could be Bob Nutting.
True. Yeah, there's also him.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Anyway, so kind of transitioning from what we went from the mascot race to the Steelers to the sports now. Alan, you're a season ticket holder for the Pens, right?
Half season.
Half season. The Pirates?
No. I'll just get the cheap tickets an hour before the game.
And not the Steelers, right?
No.
So just the Pens, really.
I'll be honest. Of all the sports games I've been to, I don't like going to Steelers games.
Really?
Is it because of how they play when you're there?
No, they've won every game. It's just, I think it's more the fans and the atmosphere. It's just, it is cool to go, but it's just not the kind of scene that I'm used to at other events.
Steelers fans are a bit rowdy, I will say, but
yeah.
I remember I got in about an hour. I found an empty beer can in the hood of my hoodie. So that was there before I even entered the stadium. But
well, for me, the other part of
amazing.
it is, even for preseason, if you park by the stadium, it's $70, which is probably 3 times more than what I paid for the tickets. So, I don't want to give away my parking secrets, but I parked downtown for a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
And rode the subway over. But that's also the downside because 1 million people ride the subway after the game, so you're sitting there waiting. But probably the worst experience with that was Ben Roethlisberger's last home game.
it was
Because my sister and I didn't even leave the stadium till 1:45. By the time we got on the subway, it was 1:45.
In the morning?
Yeah.
Late?
It was a Monday night football game.
Whoa, right.
I got a fun parking story actually about a Steelers game. I may have told Karsen. I may have told both of you actually. Every Steelers game I've gone to involved Antonio Brown doing something spectacular. Okay, like a really
in
cool
a good
play.
or a bad way.
No, like in the game, like a good thing in the game. Like I was at the Vikings game where he had the crazy toe tap catch, and there's like the mic'd up on the sideline of him talking to Xavier Rhodes, and he was like, I'm Tony Toe Tap, or whatever he said. I was there for that. I was there on that Christmas game that I believe they dubbed the Immaculate Extension.
Yep. Oh.
When he caught the ball at the 1 yard line, no timeouts left, and just reached it over his arm, scored. I've never heard a stadium so loud in my life. And then I went to a Dolphins playoff game, and he had 2 80-yard touchdowns before I even got into the stadium. So
Was that the one where that quarterback got knocked out?
Oh, I was front row, dude. Matt Moore got decapitated by Bud Dupree. It was awesome. But the parking story, though, I believe this was at the it was a Steelers-Panthers game. This was the game that Ben Roethlisberger, I believe, set a record for.
Was that the Thursday night game?
Maybe it was a night game. I just don't remember what. He set a record for something. I think it was like highest complete. He had like a 90% completion percentage. Had like 500 yards. It was some crazy game. But that's not the crazy part. The crazy part was I'm leaving, and I don't remember where I parked, but it was in a parking garage right by the stadium. I don't even remember how I got that close to the stadium, honestly, or how much I paid. But we're pulling out, and it's taking a while, obviously. And as we're pulling out, we're listening to the radio. Tomlin comes on. We're just kind of listening, So we finally get out to the exit, and you turn to get onto one of the main roads, right? and there's like two guys on both sides of the corners of the sidewalk, kind of directing traffic a little bit, right? So people are going. All right, I get up. It's my turn to go out. Literally, as I'm pulling forward, I just hear one of the guys in the corner be like, "Oh, hold on!" And I look over, and just out the corner of my eye, a all-black Porsche going probably 70 miles an hour. This is not on a highway. This is on Pittsburgh Street.
Right.
70 miles an hour, just blares by me as I'm about to pull out, and I'm like, well, what the fuck was that about? And then one of the guys, because I had my windows down, one of the guys on the corner was like, this is exactly what he got pulled over for earlier today. That was the day he got pulled over for going, I think, 90 miles, or maybe more than that.
I think it was 100.
Yeah, 100, somewhere on, like, before the game. It was the same day. So the guy said that. He said that's why he got pulled over earlier.
I believe that was Antonio Brown on McKnight Road, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
Wow.
And that's what I looked at the guy, and I was like, are you telling me that guy that just cut me off right there and almost killed me was Antonio Brown?
Oh,
and he was like,
God,
he was like, yeah, and I'm like, that's awesome. Oh, he was excited. They won like 50 to like 14 or something though. So I mean, no excuse.
I have a couple parking stories. One of them was at a Penguins game. I had prepaid for a parking spot, and I got stuck in traffic, so I was a little bit late. So, if you're familiar with the area by the arena, it's a traffic nightmare, especially around game time.
Oh, yes. Yep.
So I'm stuck at the red light outside the arena, and I have the pregame show on the radio. And at this point, I look at the clock, and it's 7 o'clock, which is when the game was supposed to start. Mm-hmm. I'm annoyed because every other direction at that 5 or 6 point intersection got to go twice before we got to go. So, I'm one of those people that likes to get there when gates open, if not a little bit before, to avoid issues like this.
Yeah.
So I go up to the one parking lot, and I go to pull in. And this parking lot attendant comes up to my window. He's like, "Oh, you can't park here. We're sold out." I'm like, "Well, I have the prepaid pass." He's like, "Well, we don't have any more spots." I'm like, "But I prepaid for it." He's like, "I understand that, but we sold out of parking spots." Well, I look in the other lane, and there's guys going through. So, I'm like, you know what? I'm missing the game. I'm already annoyed. I was there the night before, and the Penguins lost in overtime. So, this is game 2 in 2 nights. I never had this issue. I just wound up my window, pulled in, found a parking spot, like right near the front somehow. Go in, and then watch the Penguins lose in a shootout for the second night in a row. I was so mad.
At least it wasn't blowout. Yeah.
Alan...
But this was a team they should have beaten that year.
I always say that. He doesn't really sound like it, but Alan's a true Yinzer at heart, even though he doesn't have Pittsburghese. He is 100% a Pittsburgher. Do you like pierogies?
Love them.
Oh, that's... You know what?
Go.
What was it you had at Sheets the one night? It was the Penn, or it was the Pirates sponsored, like, tater tot thing?
I don't want to talk about that. That was disgusting.
It was a box of all tater tots. It had jalapenos, cheese. It had the pirate parrot right on the box.
It was
awesome.
It was straight up something you could get at the PNC Park.
No, it was pickles, 2 different... I think it was like mustard and barbecue sauce.
Okay, so this is
cheese
much
and
different
tater
than what you
tots.
said.
It was tater tots, though, right?
Yeah, but there were more pickles than tater tots in there. Like, I can tolerate pickles, but not that many.
Yeah.
Good Lord, that was ridiculous.
That is so different from what you said, Karsen.
I guess so. I mean, it just looked like a concoction of things. It was absolutely crazy.
Like something
Yeah,
you do in, like,
that was probably the worst $10 I've ever spent on food.
that's like something I do in like middle school, not even middle school, elementary school, when you just take all the condiments and mix them up. And
But I mean, PNC Park has some crazy food options. Like, they have deep fried, like, whatever it was with, like, halushki and stuff inside. They're really, like, thinking outside the box. And a lot of it does look good. But, I mean, also, like, they're...
It's Pittsburgh, man. People pay for that shit.
Yeah,
I don't
absolutely.
have the kind of money to spend on food there.
Right.
Sure, you gotta get a beer for $15.
Yeah, it's crazy. I only got one beer last time.
I'll get to the parking story here in a little bit. But this happened to me this year. The first Pirates game I went to, it was a $1 hot dog day. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to grab myself a $1 dog because my seat was probably 15 feet from the concession stand. So I went in between innings, and the guy's calling my number. I'm like, hey, I'm over here. He keeps, hey, is this yours? Oh, no. is this yours? I'm like, dude, I'm over here. So they announced the leadoff batter for the Pirates. I'm like, okay. The guy finally comes over to give me my food, and I hear crack. Leadoff home run. I'm like, great. The final score of that game was 1-0 Pirates. So I missed the only run of that game.
Oh, my God.
And this is after I got yelled at by some Karen
I remember this story.
for trying to, quote, steal Paul Skeen's autograph from her kid, who she shoved right in front of me.
You told me about that, yeah.
Yeah, so that was a little bit of an interesting day.
And you thought we were just going to hear NASCAR stories all night.
Oh, no. I will acknowledge really quick before any more stories. All right, he's a Denny Hamlin fan. I don't know how many of them are out there right now, but he's got his third win this year? 2 weeks ago. Fourth, and the team he owns got their first win of the season yesterday.
Really?
Bubba Wallace, the Brickyard 400. You know what they call that, Karsen?
What?
They call that a crown jewel.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't know any of this.
Yeah, he beat Kyle Larson. That's all I care about. Makes me happy.
Yeah. Well, what's the race you go to? The Daytona 500?
Rolex 24.
You go to that in Florida.
It's at the Daytona. It's not the Daytona 500.
And Alan, yeah, right. Alan goes to Pocono, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Which I must say, Denny Hamlin might be my current driver. Dale Earnhardt Jr. was my guy growing up.
Of course.
So this year, I was super excited at Pocono. He filled in as crew chief for one of his cars and actually ended up winning. So that was pretty cool to see in person.
Connor Zilish?
Yep.
Connor Zilish. Karsen, you don't know this guy, and nobody listening probably knows this guy. But Connor Zilish is a dog, and he will win a NASCAR Cup championship one day. Mark my words. Mark my fucking words.
At this point, I think he might win the Xfinity Series this year.
Yeah.
If he keeps going.
He's on pace, man. He is. Also, I hate Kyle Larson. So, anyways, let's continue with the parking story. Or, I think that's where we were, right?
Yeah, parking story, and then
Yeah.
I can tell you about my one vacation story from Pocono a couple years ago.
Absolutely. I was going to ask about that.
So, this other parking story was actually after a Penguins game. So, I forget what year it was, but whoever was in charge of construction in Pittsburgh decided to wait until hockey season to work on Center Avenue.
That's how it always goes.
So,
With all the
I'm like, you know what? I'm going to find somewhere else to park. Well, I found out that the lots downtown are within a half-mile walk, maybe slightly longer than that, but they're also like $30 cheaper. Mm-hmm. So my sister and I are parking down 6th Avenue, I believe it is, and just take the walk up there. It's not a bad walk at all. Well, we're coming down Center Avenue, so this wasn't actually in the garage. It was after a game, and it was one of the disappointing games. So we were already not in the best mood. Well, we're walking behind this people, and the one guy is pushing a lady in a wheelchair holding a kid. Now, before I go any further, everyone, as far as I know, was fine. No one was transported to a hospital or anything.
Oh, dear.
Okay, like...
Where's the story going?
Yeah.
So we're on, as you're walking away from the arena, the left side. They go, I forget the name of the hotel that's on the right side at the three-way intersection.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know Pittsburgh well enough.
So they're going across. Next thing you hear is this guy in a truck laying on his horn. Comes literally inches away from hitting this lady.
Oh my gosh.
Now, the people that were behind us were with that group, so they went running over to make sure everything was okay. Well, this guy pulls down to the red light. There's a cop directing traffic. Well, these guys go up and start punching the window. Next thing you know, everyone's getting out of the truck, and I told my sister, I'm like, I don't care if you want to run or not, we're running. She's like, why? I'm like, I don't know if they have a gun in the truck. I don't want to be anywhere near this.
You never... Dude, those traffic situations... People, big cities, cars, beeping, getting out, big trucks, scary stuff. I don't like it.
Now, to be fair, the lady was in the middle of the crosswalk, so it was one of those, he failed to yield. And I believe he also ran a stop sign, too, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, so he's totally... It's usually them that are totally in the wrong, so...
Yeah.
Oh,
so
man.
that was scary, but as far as I know, no one was hurt. It didn't make the Pittsburgh police scanner account. So
such a Yinzer, man. He is such a Yinzer.
But now, my sister's kind of spoiled because anytime we walk down there, she's like, "Oh, hopefully we see something."
Yeah,
we don't.
So before we wrap up the Pittsburgh section of this podcast, it's a very Pittsburgh themed podcast,
of course,
which I should have expected because we have Alan Yoder on. But I came up with the idea of rapid fire questions for Alan, and they're all to test to see if he's a true Yinzer.
Oh boy!
You ready for this?
Oh boy!
All right, it could be yes or no questions, or it could be just regular answers to my. And I'm coming up with these on the fly. As you were talking and I was listening, I came up with these.
Oh boy!
Okay, so do you listen to Mikey and Big Bob?
Oh, of course.
Oh, okay. He gets a Yinzer point right there. Ding, 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 ding. Alrighty. What's your favorite ride at Kennywood? I know you haven't been there in a while, but I mean, you've been there before. I know you have. It's part of Pittsburgh.
Can I just go with whichever ones aren't broken down?
Oh, see, Yinzer point number 2, because that's something a diehard Yinzer would say.
Now, I will say the Thunderbolt is pretty good.
Yep, a classic. He went with a classic. All right. Do you have a favorite pierogi in the Pirates pierogi?
Oliver Onion. Hey, 3 race winning streak when I've gone to Pirates games this year, including last Friday.
Oliver Onion was going to come to the mascot race in the early days, but before we nixed him to make it like...
Which one shoved me out of the game again?
That was Jalapeno Hannah.
Okay, yeah.
Or Hannah Jalapeno. Some of them have...
Jalapeno Hannah.
Some of the pierogies, Lexi and I, who was on the last week's podcast, we realized this, that like, for some reason the pierogies' names, like, some have like the flavor before their name, and others have the name before...
I'm not sure why.
I don't know either, because like
better
Chester cheese sounds more fluent, but it's cheese Chester. But then it's
you know what? When school starts back up, I'll ask the teacher I know that does that.
Yeah, the teacher who works at Allen's school is part of the entertainment department in the Pirates.
Specifically, pierogies and apparently the parrot.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
They got a whole pierogi department.
Oh yeah, it's a whole shebang.
Hell yeah.
Okay, next rapid fire question. You ready? Have you ridden the incline?
Of course.
Okay.
I hate it because I'm scared of heights. But,
right, but you still
I feel like you have to do it.
You have to do it because he's a Yinzer, bro.
I still haven't done it.
That view from up top is 100 out of 10.
Have you gone ice skating at PBG?
The outdoor rink, yes.
Yeah.
Arena, no.
No.
Because I'm usually working when they have those events.
Right. Have you ever stepped foot on the ice after a Pens game?
Yes. Multiple times, actually.
Oh, man. Have you met all 3 of the sports team's mascots? Pirate, we know. The Parrot, we know. Iceberg, yes. Have you met Steely McBeam?
Years ago.
Oh, God.
What were you expecting, Karsen?
I don't know, man. I'm hitting all the beats, man. Do you like Permani Brothers?
Of course.
Oh, man.
Don't ask me my favorite sandwich. I kind of go through 2 or 3 of them.
Right.
It's a cycle. It's a cyclical thing, yeah.
Oh, man. Let me think here. Is there any Pittsburgh attraction that you haven't been to, like the National Aviary or the zoo, or...
There's a couple museums I haven't been to that I would like to go to at some point.
Yeah, I gotcha. Do you like to hang out in Oakland at all? Or is that too close to Pitt?
I've been to Oakland.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of too close to Pitt.
I gotcha. What's your number 1 favorite Pittsburgh food? Like, it could be like potato patch fries, permani, something at a Pirate game. The stick drink that you bought, the hockey. I know you bought this.
The
that
beer
giant
stick.
hockey stick that they came out with. It's like this long, and you have to like lean back.
I have a story about that from when I got it. I haven't used it since then, but oh man, that's a tough question.
What do they call this? What do they call the burgers where you just put the fries on them? They have a special name?
Pittsburgher.
The Pittsburgher, yeah.
Okay,
it's usually a Pittsburgher, yeah. Anything?
I'll have to get back to you on that one.
Okay, I
There's
gotcha.
too many to choose from.
I mean, right now I would have to say pierogies and permanis are up there.
I gotcha. Okay. Have you ever been to Picklesburg?
No.
No. It's only been around for like 10 years, so it's a fairly new. It's not like it's been around for decades.
I don't know. I would have to consider it because, sure, I'm okay with pickles. I just don't know if like that's my kind of thing.
I don't even know of this place.
Picklesburg. They usually have it on what, the bridge by PNC Park. Well, they move it, don't they?
I think they moved it this year.
They moved it
for
this
some
year.
reason because too many people were on the bridge.
Right. Yeah, it's just like a whole pickle fest of like you can take shots of pickle juice,
festival.
chocolate
And there's a
covered
giant pickle hanging from the bridge
that says Heinz on it. Yep.
I have had a pickle juice popsicle.
Oh, then that would be right up this alley.
You know what you say, but it was in its own weird way. You know.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Yeah, I got you. I had another question, but I forgot. Oh, have you ever watched the 4th of July fireworks in the city? Not on TV. Have you ever been there in person? I've always wanted to go and see that.
So, I'm trying to think. I know we've gone into Pittsburgh to see fireworks.
Right.
But I also remember, what was it, 2008 or something was the 250th anniversary
I can't remember.
of the city.
I can't remember.
So I think we tried to go downtown for that one. But I know there's other places where you can kind of see the city skyline.
Yeah.
Would that count?
Yeah, it would count.
Okay. So we have gone and watched fireworks from...
Okay. So you saw them.
Yes.
You saw them in person.
Just not necessarily right there.
You've seen the Pirates drone shows, right?
2 of them.
2 of them, yeah.
I've seen those on TV. Those do look so cool.
I want to see one in person, too. I have yet to do that.
Actually, the first time I saw one...
I know this story.
It rained mid-game.
Oh, boy.
And I may or may not have had some money riding on the pitcher for the Pirates.
Oh, boy.
He had to be taken out because the rain delay was too long, so I missed out on cashing in that bet.
Don't they don't void those?
I don't think it did.
I guess it depends on what the prop is.
Yeah. The sad thing was he was 1 strikeout away.
It's always how it goes, man.
So they come over the PA and they're like, oh, due to the rainstorm, we're currently assessing the damage to the drones. We will let you know about the drone show, later on.
Oh, gosh.
Well, we're sitting there after, the game ends, they do the post-game interview and all that. We still don't know if this drone show is happening. So we're waiting there. 5 minutes later, oh, hey, the drone show will be starting in 5 minutes. Okay, cool. So it starts up and it's pretty cool. All of a sudden, all the drones turn one color and they start moving up. Mm-hmm. There was one, like right in the middle of the thing that started blinking and fell right into the river.
A drone failed.
Okay.
Right down there.
But the one I saw last month was Mr. Rogers themed, and that was very, very well done.
Yeah.
Those drone shows are incredible.
Have you ever seen them like before the drone show? They're like all sitting on like the tables.
Yeah.
I've seen her like on TV. It looks crazy.
Yeah.
There's so many.
I know last month, I don't know if they did it this Saturday, they closed down the Clemente Bridge from pedestrian traffic. So I don't know if that's where they had them set up or what.
Maybe they got to start somewhere.
Yeah, they had a Peanuts themed one a couple days ago, right?
Yeah, I was kind of jealous I didn't get to see that one.
Yeah.
How often are they doing these things? Damn.
They do them quite often, right? Like almost more than fireworks.
It is the new fireworks.
It is. It's the way of the future.
Actually,
now.
They were just talking about that on one of the broadcasts this weekend. About
how often they've been doing them.
Well, no, how drones could replace fireworks.
Absolutely.
All right, let's not get crazy now.
I know.
Okay. It
was fireworks, then it was laser shows, and then it's drones.
Zambelli fireworks are a Pittsburgh staple. They're not totally getting rid of fireworks.
Yeah, but Zambelli wasn't the ones who did the fireworks this year in Pittsburgh. It was some other company, wasn't it?
No, I'm talking about for the Pirates.
Oh, for the Pirates. Okay, yeah, because they do the same thing at Kennywood, too, the Zambelli.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you think about it, it's fireworks. Then laser shows were kind of a thing in like the 2010s, because Kennywood had a laser show. But, I mean, those are more expensive and more tedious because you have to shoot fog in the air to be able to see them. Drones, I mean, it's easy. You land them, fly them, and that's it. They're synchronized.
You say it's easy. I'm sure it's not that easy.
It's not that easy, but I'm sure...
If you know what you're doing.
Yeah, if it's a walk in the park if you've done it a million times. But
it's just like Christmas lights.
Yeah, it's kind of like...
getting those synced up to music.
It's probably cheap. I mean, granted, it's probably very, very expensive. But it's probably also cheaper than fireworks, especially if you're doing it nightly. You can just do the same routine. Whereas fireworks, you're constantly buying them and setting them off, and then they're done.
Do you think, I don't know how this works, maybe you guys know, are they like pre-programmed to follow a certain routine?
I think
probably.
so. I think so.
There's not one person controlling each individual.
I'm sure there's a
That'd be
few.
insane.
Oh god, that'd be. Oh my god. No,
I mean,
that would be
I'm sure they probably have workers, but
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
like the one I saw last year was set up like a children's story. So it went through this story about some kid going to his first Pirates game.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah, and the drones reflected the pictures.
Yeah.
So like on the jumbotron, they were showing the actual story book. As they narrated it, and the drones kind of acted out the pictures.
Some of them have stories, like Kennywood goes through like the history of Kennywood, and then there's other times where they'll just play music, and then like the drones will form like a shape or like a trolley, and then people go ooh, and then they'll disband, and then they'll form into something else.
And that's what they did with Mr. Rogers one. They had
it was just like recognizable
so
shapes.
the first part was all strictly Mr. Rogers music from his show. So different scenes. So they had him. I thought it was pretty cool. I didn't catch on till it was too late. They had him sitting there in a shoe.
Yeah.
And had the shoe going up and coming back down.
See, isn't that so cool? That's amazing.
I wish I would have got a video of that because that was so cool.
Yeah, I want to see them in
But then
person.
they transitioned to Daniel Tiger.
Yeah.
So they had the songs from that show. But,
Yeah.
you know, very well done. I'm very impressed and want to go back for more.
I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot more drone shows popping up here.
As long as it's not at the expense of fireworks.
Hey, I want to
Still
do
need my fireworks.
for 3RK's 10th anniversary in 2026,
You gotta set up a whole drone
in
show.
2028. My bad, 2028. I want to do a drone show.
You're implying you're still gonna be here in 3 years.
That's my goal. I want to be. Dude, how am I gonna miss the 10th anniversary of 3RK? Dude, we're gonna go all out, man.
Okay.
All out. That's all I'm gonna say. We're gonna stop right there for it. That's all I'm gonna say.
No.
Crazy. I might as well start planning it now because we're 3 years away. Not even.
Better.
So.
You could start playing right now. We'll still be late
Listen,
somehow.
we should start going through the security footage and have like the greatest races played out on a drone show.
Yeah. Think of all the drones we could have. It could form, and then there's the pirate parrot in a
I
cart.
was gonna say, gotta recreate the mascots.
And then we remix it, and then it's Brandon in the green
God,
suit
yeah.
running, and then we reform it. It's like Daryl the skeleton from Karts in the Dark, and then it's I don't know. I'm thinking of like maybe like Daryl doing something or something like that. You know, that'd be great, dude. You could do anything with the drones. I hear it raining. Now it's storming.
I saw some cool heat lighting on the way here.
Yeah. So, all right. So it's official. You're a Yinzer. You got all these points.
Oh, yeah.
You hit all the beats. So we don't want to keep you here too much longer. We're coming up on the 47-minute mark. So if we can keep you here for just like that 1 hour, then we'll be good.
Okay.
So we'll be done. So go ahead, move on to your Pocono story, your racing story. Get whatever you need to get out, and then we'll wrap it up from there. Cause
I think you've told me this Pocono story before.
oh yeah, I've heard it too, but I want to hear it again because it's a good one.
So
Go ahead.
I had just got my master's degree, so I'm like, you know what, I'm going to go celebrate. So my friend and I had planned on going to Pocono for the NASCAR race. And unfortunately, something came up pretty last minute and non-refundable trip. So I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to do this by myself.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So I go out and I book a hotel for pretty cheap. It was the same brand of hotel I used the first time I went up there. And didn't think anything of it. So my paycheck that morning was a little bit less than what I expected, which might come into play here in a little bit. I get to this hotel, and they end up charging me $75 more than what I was supposed to pay.
They've done that to me before, too.
So, okay, whatever. I'll just grab something small to eat. Well, let me back up. Before I even get to this hotel, I'm like, this is odd. I don't remember these roads getting to here. Now, if you know the movie Cars, Lightning McQueen tears up that road through Radiator Springs.
Oh, yeah.
The road going to this hotel looked like that. The grass was so tall, it looked like I was in a tunnel.
Wow.
These are all good signs.
And then I couldn't hardly understand the guys when I checked in.
Yeah.
I go to the room. It was a non-smoking room. Found cigarette burns on the carpet, the walls. I'm like, great. Let me turn on the TV. The only channels that worked were black and white silent films. I open up the window. the pool they advertised was covered with a dumpster sitting on top of it. And I'm not confident, but I'm pretty sure I may have gotten a little secondary high from some of the neighboring rooms.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, I also bought a ticket for a Yankees minor league game, which was about a half mile from this hotel. So I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm just going to head over here. So I bought the ticket, insurance, and everything. This is like $50 I spent total on this ticket. I was directly behind home plate. Could have called out the umpire's BS. You know, all that fun stuff. So I'm sitting there. Middle of the third inning, half the lights in the stadium go out. So I'm like, well, great. They come back on about half hour later. Well, I wasn't doing anything that night, so, you know, whatever, I can stay. Well, then the lights come back on, they get set up, it starts raining. So it goes into a rain delay for like an hour.
Is this a night game?
It was like a 6:30 game. So, it starts raining. It stops raining, you know, they get all ready to play. The umpires are nowhere to be found. So, you know, it had to be like 15 minutes. The players are out, like getting warmed up and stuff. Umpires finally show up. The lights go out again. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. So they decide to suspend the game for the next day. So I'm like, okay. So I go to the ticket booth. I'm like, hey, I'm in town for a different event. You know, what's my options? He's like, oh, you can come back tomorrow. I'm like, hold on. I just said I'm here for a different event and can't make it. He's like, well, you can get a ticket for later in the season. I'm like, dude, I'm from Pittsburgh. I'm on the complete opposite side of the state. I can't make it back in the next 2 months. So, long story short, they grabbed a manager. They're like, oh, yeah, go ahead, check your ticket insurance policy. You'll be covered. Want to guess what happened when I checked that policy?
I don't know, but I'm guessing you didn't get your money back.
Nope. I was out $50 that I could have used that weekend. Not to mention gas was like $5 a gallon out there almost. But anyway, the storm that came through rained out the Friday night race at Pocono. And because they didn't have lights, they weren't running it Friday night. So they rescheduled it for 8 a.m. Saturday morning. So, pretty cool. I got a free race that Saturday or that whole weekend. So I got 4 races for the price of 3.
So for the truck race or Xfinity?
So it was the ARCA series.
Oh, okay, got it.
And then they ran trucks Xfinity that day.
Okay.
Along with I think truck practice qualifying was Friday.
This was after they did the doubleheader races.
Yes.
Okay.
I think 2021 was the last year for it, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that didn't go very well, did it?
It was pretty decent crowds.
Anyways.
So, I'm like, that's pretty cool. All right, whatever. So I'm back at the hotel, go get in the shower. I turned that knob every which way. I turned it, then pulled it out. I pulled it out, then turned it. I turned it each way. Couldn't get the shower to work.
Oh, it wouldn't turn on at all?
No. So I go to the front desk, and they basically called me stupid and said, you're not trying hard enough. All right, whatever. I guess I'm just not going to shower. So...
Not trying hard enough.
Yeah, this hotel was a mess. Anyway, Saturday morning, I wake up at 5:45 to get my free continental breakfast that they bragged about. My one free honey bun. Hostess honey bun. Strictly 1 per person. So I'm like, great. So I head to the track, watch great day of races. Well, the first time I went to Pocono, there were still COVID restrictions. So this was the first year. I had no idea they had all these autograph signings at the merchandise haulers. Mm-hmm. So I got to meet a bunch of drivers, which was pretty awesome. I had the pit pass and radio and everything. Mm-hmm. So one of my guys from Dale Jr.'s team was looking to win. Made my way over to Victory Lane. Just watch him get crashed on the last lap. And of all people, the one guy I didn't want to win ended up winning that race.
Oh, that's how it goes.
So I had to fight through the crowd of people doing the walk of shame. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Come back Sunday for that race.
Who was it, by the way?
Austin Hill.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
The other people won't understand the implications of that, but I get it. I get it, Alan, believe me.
Yeah, I'll be so happy next Saturday when he doesn't win.
Oh.
Anyway.
Oh, man.
Anyway, I go back Sunday, and, you know, overall, this was a pretty miserable trip. So I'm like, man, I knew I shouldn't have done this. But, like, I didn't want to waste all the money I spent on it. So I go for the cup race. And, you know, everything's going fine. Denny Hamlin takes the lead. I'm like, all right, this might be pretty cool. Because considering the first race I went to, ran out of gas coming to the white flag. And the guy I didn't want to win the Cup Series, Kyle Busch, ended up winning that race. Ruined that whole weekend for me. My first race weekend ruined.
So I feel about every Larson race, man.
Actually, speaking of him, he was about to set some kind of consecutive wins record when his tire got cut.
Dude, I was at work. I screamed in happiness watching that happen.
Now, that was the very first race, so that was the Saturday race. Hamlin running out of gas was the Sunday race.
So, wait, were you at this one?
2021. This was my first Cup race.
That's awesome.
Now, here's the thing about that. I was at the far end of the grandstands, which is literally a mile away from the turn where this happened.
It's a huge track.
So, I had my phone out. I was going to try to get a picture of the winning cars as they came past.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all of a sudden, I'm like, 48? What? What happened? I didn't know until we got back to the hotel he blew a tire.
Took you that long?
Well, I saw his car come across with the side all caved in. I didn't know what happened to cause it.
They didn't, like, announce it on the speakers or anything?
Well, I was listening to Hamlin's radio.
Oh, okay.
Which, because of that, he finished top 5 that day.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm sitting there, and this race is going fine. There was one move people will still argue may have been a little bit dirty on a restart.
When he ran Larson into the wall?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But anyway, I was happy that he was leading.
I was too, I assure you.
But then, white flag, and I'm videotaping last lap as much as I could. Well, then they show on the Jumbotron there's a car stuck outside of turn 2. So they finally throw the caution, which meant the race was over at that point. Because after the white flag, the next flag ends the race. Well, everyone was sitting there booing like crazy. Probably because NASCAR should have thrown the caution beforehand.
People always bitch
but
about
if
that.
you go back, he was, like, he did move slightly. So, whatever. Mm-hmm. All I know is Hamlin won. I'm sitting there going crazy. You know, this miserable weekend turned out to be pretty darn good for me. Well, here, he's doing his burnout and stuff. Everyone's booing him. I'm videotaping the burnout. And you could hear everyone booing. You could see everyone giving thumbs down. Mm-hmm. So, I'm sitting there jumping up, down. I go over, try to get down as close as I can. The one security guard's like, all right, come on over. Because I'm the only one in like 3 sections wearing Hamlin gear. So he parks it. He's doing the interview and stuff. So the next day, I'm listening to Hamlin's podcast. And he's like, yeah, it was cool to see there was one fan at the front of the grandstands wearing FedEx colors. You know, it's guys like that I do this for. So I believe he indirectly called me out on his podcast.
Had to be talking about you. There's no one else.
Yeah, like I was the only one. So, you know, that was pretty cool. I did end up sending out a picture I got of his card to get autographed, and he sent it back signed. In the letter I sent, I mentioned the podcast thing. He didn't address that, but you know what? Cool. I got the picture signed. That's all I was.
Yeah.
Surely he was
about.
referring to you. Had to be.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
that made all of that
What
worth
a story,
it. All
man.
of it's worth it.
What a story. I remember hearing that whole story for the first time once he came back. I was just like, holy shit.
Yeah. And I'll give you credit, because if I had to, I would never do it on my own. If somebody was like, I can't go, I would just eat the loss.
No, I'll say I've gone to Penguins games. I've gone to Pirates games by myself. I'm not going to go to a Steelers game by myself.
Oh, hell no.
Just because of the safety.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
But no, I've had it happen where I've had people cancel on me as I'm driving to the arena.
Yeah.
So what am I going to do at that point?
Yep.
I have run into you
a couple times.
At Penn's games, yeah, and we've talked and stuff like
Hey,
that.
but we need to go sometime.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
My friend, who's been a season ticket holder for the longest time, decided to call it quits back in April, and I got to go for his last game. I didn't get to see you that time because we were in a rush to get to the bar afterwards.
Didn't your phone die or something? Because I tried
Also
calling and
that
texting
too.
you.
Yeah, my phone did die.
I walked 2 laps
that's
around
right.
each level of the arena and couldn't find you.
That's right, because at the bar, the guy had a phone charger I could use because I didn't know how to get back to my parking garage. And I was like, thank you, sir. You're such a lifesaver. And I remember charging my phone very so slightly at the bar. But I got to go to his last game, and that was also the last game they had for the season. And then
that was the day I missed the only Pirates run because I did the
That's
Pirates
right.
Penguins doubleheader.
He did a double whammy that day.
And the funny thing was, it was Pirates versus Washington Nationals, Penguins versus Washington Capitals. So I saw all kinds of Capitals jerseys at PNC Park. And the Penguins, or Pittsburgh, won both of those games that day, which was also pretty cool.
They did. That was my first Pens game in a while that I went to where they won.
I didn't get to go to one this year. I wanted to, but I never got to.
They're a lot of fun.
Hit me up.
I'm going to one this year.
His seats are up high though. He's got the up high seats.
I don't care. I've been to like every major sporting event except for I think I've been to all of them, and I don't think being there in person, actually watching the game, I think the best by far is hockey.
Oh yeah.
And football is my favorite sport.
Yeah.
More than anything, and NASCAR. But I mean, nothing. A hockey, just the pure adrenaline of a hockey game. There's nothing.
I will say this: my favorite sports in order: hockey, football, but there's an asterisk.
Uh-huh.
I'm more of a high school and college football fan than NFL.
It's understandable.
Yeah, I was talking to someone this weekend. I've seen more genuinely exciting college and high school games than I have NFL.
It's all the time. College football is a whole different breed, man. Definitely.
And now I also work in a high school, so the high school games, I know everybody on that field.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, but even then, I can.
You're a big band guy too.
Yeah.
High school band.
Which may also add to why I like both of those so much.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it's just more exciting. It feels like there's a personal level to it as well.
Yeah.
Because they chose to be playing where they're playing. Unlike the NFL, it's like it's your job. But,
yeah. And I feel like the NFL is maybe slightly rigged, but that's another topic.
Yeah. Well, we will find out if the Chiefs win another Super Bowl.
But honestly, racing and football are kind of number 3 for me. Baseball is easily number 4. And then soccer. But my stipulation with that is you have to be there. I've gone to a few Riverhounds games. It may look boring on TV, but being there...
I was just about to say, I've never been to a Riverhounds game. I would love to go to one, especially if I get to see Amo.
The only soccer game I watched was the last World Cup, which was awesome, by the way. But I mean,
I would like it. It's not my thing, but it's like being there.
Yeah, the atmosphere and the energy.
Now, like the scout troop I'm a leader with, we got to present the flags at a Robert Morris College basketball game. That was my first time experiencing basketball. I'm not a fan, but like those games are actually pretty fun. Like, I'll watch, but, I'm not going to watch every single game.
Especially if they're, like, close competitive games, too. I've been to a couple Cavs.
Now, we also got invited back to do the flags for their playoff game for the conference tournament. I'll tell you what, I was impressed with the first one against a crappy team that was nowhere close to their level. But that playoff game just... That whole atmosphere was amazing.
Playoffs change everything, man.
Yeah. Well, Alan, is there anything else?
Well, yeah, I got one more question for you, Alan.
Oh boy.
All right, because you're a hockey guy, I'm a hockey guy. Just be totally honest with me. I wanted the Oilers to win the cup. Okay. So just be honest with me. Give me your honest opinion. Over the next 10 years, How many Stanley Cups are going to the Florida Panthers?
Oof.
I'm going to say 10. I'm going to say fucking 10, as much as it hurts.
I think some of their team is getting older. Marchand's been around for a while.
Yeah, and they just signed him for 8 fucking years. I can't.
Listen, they're going to turn into the Penguins here in a few years.
Yeah, but they're in the phase now where they're going to win the cup.
Now, I will say this. Tampa Bay getting to the Cup final 3 years and winning however many of them, that was stupid because that was COVID-shortened years.
Yeah.
The Penguins, when they won their back-to-back Cups, those were full seasons.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't think Florida's going to get back there this year. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they do, but if you think about it, the Penguins kind of fizzled out in 2018 after those 2 Cups. And a lot of them have said along the lines of, yeah, we just didn't rest up much those off seasons. So I think it's not going to be 10. I don't think it's going to be more than 5, honestly.
Well, that's still saying a lot, though, that it could be 5. I mean, the Panthers just have like a juice to them, at least right now. And
now here's the other issue.
I hate it, but
here's the other issue plaguing hockey. Florida, no income tax.
That's the big storyline. Karsen, you're not a hockey guy, but what do you think about they're re-signing all of these guys? Don't throw your hands up. You're getting in this conversation. They keep signing all these guys that they won their Stanley Cup with, pivotal guys to their franchise, signing them for 8 goddamn years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's because there's you can explain it better than me, Alan, the tax thing. What is it?
So, basically, Florida and I think Nevada, and there's probably a couple more, there's no income tax. So while all these teams can pay them this, you have to take taxes out.
Okay.
Florida, you can sign players for this amount, and they're getting that amount.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So, the big talk is, how are they going to balance this out? Because Florida can sign players, and it'll be more than what they would get in, like, Pittsburgh or Philadelphia or places where there is income tax.
Okay. Gotcha.
Which, I mean, Florida can do it. Why is Tampa not doing it, But still.
Florida was cheating their way through the long-term injury reserve stuff.
Oh, like the Golden Knights.
Yeah.
That's a whole thing, too. But that's different anyways.
Apparently they're closing that loophole, though.
I did hear about that. Well, I'll believe it when I see it. Can't stand Golden Knights, Panthers. Can't stand them. And last question. McDavid has to leave Edmonton, right? Has to. If he wants a ring, he's got to leave.
Yeah, because honestly, I don't see them making it back there again for the same reason I said Florida.
But what about I think a first team that popped up was the Lightning. But I did hear about another team out there, maybe somewhere in the Pittsburgh region. No, you don't believe it?
No.
Connor McDavid, a Penguin, wouldn't that be something? That's the only thing that could make me root for the Penguins, by the way. I'm not a Penguins hater, but I'm not a Penguins fan.
So which team do you like, or are you just a fan of the league?
The first team I watched, which is usually how I base my favorite teams, was the Buffalo Sabres. Obviously, they're not very good right now. I know. I do think they're going to make the playoffs this year. They're climbing. Listen.
I've been hearing that for the last 20 years.
Eastern Conference sucks. All right, Eastern Conference is up for the taking, but that's why I'm saying the Penguins go out, get McDavid, and you never know. Malkin's last year.
Not confirmed, but yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
Basically.
Oh, no.
I'll tell you what, he would be fun to get in here in a go-kart.
He would, huh?
God, yeah.
Yeah.
Get the whole Penguins team in here.
Yeah, you know what? If I would have had a chance, I would have asked Letang which of his teammates would be best at this other than him. But he told me he has a license to drive open wheel cars or something like that.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not sure what all that means, but he told me about that. Honestly, we barely talked hockey. It was mostly about him and how he likes going to F1 races. And, he did some go-karting early in his career and kind of got away from it when his friend cracked a rib.
Oh.
That'll do it for you.
But no, I mean, I think we all know the answer to my question. I wanted to ask him. Be Crosby.
Oh.
You think it would be?
Yeah.
See, I don't know. That's the thing with the Penguins. Everyone's either 80 years old or they're 20 years old, and I've never heard of them. And I only know Crosby, Malkin. I think that's it.
Letang.
Yeah.
I know Letang. He looks like an English teacher I had in high school.
You showed me.
I did, and I was like, "Is that the one that looks like my old teacher?" And it was.
I'll tell you what, though. When he came in, I thought he wasn't that tall.
Is he tall?
Taller than I thought.
Yeah.
Now, I'll tell you what. Football, you can tell their muscles are ridiculous. And I've seen Letang's workout videos. His muscles were smaller than what I thought they would be. Like, not that they're not big, but like, his arms weren't ginormous.
Well, he's kind of getting up there in age too, isn't he? Not that would have a huge effect on a professional athlete. But
now, I mean, his play has kind of gone downhill. But the guy has also had 2 strokes.
That is a valid point. Yeah. No,
Yeah. And the last one, he had the stroke, and then I'm on my way to the game, and they're like, "Oh, Penguins announced Chris Letang as a game-time decision tonight." I'm like,
you're like, what?
Dude, what? The dude had a stroke, like, last week.
Those hockey guys are something else, dude. What did Tkachuk play through a couple years ago in the Cup final? He had, like, a fucking, like, shattered rib or something.
Yeah,
he couldn't even...
This is kind of messed up, but I do enjoy hearing all the injuries they played through.
It's crazy.
I had a sports hernia I played through. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at my pinky. It's like dangling. Like
they said they had to like pick him up and set him into his ice skates because his like ribs were hurt that bad, and he still went out there and played.
I'll tell you what. That's
crazy.
I definitely would not be able to do that.
Who was that?
That
did the pickup?
Matthew Tkachuk.
For the Panthers.
This was their first year in the Cup when they got absolutely pooped on by the Golden Knights, which at the time I was not happy about. And, I hate how that works, too. How, I know I'm changing topics here, but I hate how one year, all I want is the Golden Knights to lose, and they beat the Panthers. So I'm rooting for the Panthers the whole time because I hate the Golden Knights. And then 2 years later, here I am, like, anybody but the Panthers, please.
Look, when Vegas... when Vegas won the Cup, I was actually cheering for them.
Well, they got mostly Penguins players, didn't they?
Well, they had Fleury.
I thought they got a bunch of Penguins guys when they did their...
There might have been a few, but Fleury was the main guy. And how could you not cheer for him? I'm definitely going to miss him.
Yeah, he called it Raps this year, didn't he?
Who?
Fleury.
Yeah.
He officially, the Minnesota Wild. Who were a huge disappointment to me. I thought they were going to do way better, but that's what it is, man. I think I got all the hockey out of my system, so.
Do you feel like you got a lot of your Yoderisms out of the
Yoderisms?
Old system?
Listen, I could be here all night.
I know you can. You got stories for every category of your life for days, man. For days. But I feel like we talked about a good bit.
Is there one specific story
of yours that I like?
Yeah. That
I remember the most? It's got to be the... I don't think we should out the location, but there is a McDonald's.
Oh, yes.
There is a McDonald's in the Pittsburgh area.
All right, let's hear it.
I swear to God, I put money on this, that they see Alan roll up and they do it on purpose to mess with this man.
All right, I need to hear it.
They will give him literally anything on the menu that's not what he asked for.
Okay, I don't think I mentioned which school I work at, right?
No.
I don't think you did.
No, so we won't mention the location of this McDonald's.
There's a McDonald's not too far from the school.
Mm-hmm.
And I would frequently go there, and at one point racked up like 75,000 points. So
he's very serious about his app points.
Of course.
So, I would go over there for lunch. That way I didn't have to eat school food or go grocery shopping and stuff like that, which probably not the best financial decision, but whatever. So, I'm trying to think which one I could go with, because there's so many. There's one time I ordered on the app a free quarter pounder with cheese.
Oh boy.
And I ordered it before I left the school parking lot. I drive up, sit in the curbside spot. Well, I'm sitting there for 10 minutes, and I watch cars pull in after me go through the drive-thru, and I'm still sitting there. So I call the store, and they're like, "Oh, we're busy. We'll bring it out momentarily." All right. I wait another 10 minutes. Now, the lunch periods are like 45 minutes long. So now I'm waited half the time for my food. I call the store again. "We said we're busy. We'll bring them out whenever we can." All right. Well, now I call, "Hey, I'm still sitting out here." Like, I go into the store at this point. "Hey, I have to get going. Where's my food?" They're like, they gave me some stupid excuse and blew me off. So I'm like, whatever. And I was already having a bad day at work. So I was already hangry. And this didn't help at all. So I ended up calling corporate to get them involved.
have to do it.
He called Ronald McDonald.
No. I called the store again, and they said the line was busy. All right, whatever. So I called corporate and told them what was going on. I get a call back from corporate after I hang up. "Oh, yeah, that's odd that their phones are disconnected or whatever." So the manager or whatever was like, "Hey, what was your order? We can't give you back the points, but we'll comp your order." So I'm like, "All right, I ordered a quarter pounder with cheese sandwich." She's like, "Okay, next time you go, tell them you talk to me. Like, go inside and tell them."
Oh,
all right. So I go in and I tell them the situation. They're like, "All right, quarter pounder, do you want that with cheese?" I'm like, "Yes." They give me my free sandwich. I should have looked before I left. Mm-hmm. I open it up. It's the patty and cheese and bun. Not any other toppings. So I'm like, you know what? Screw this. Like, I'm not even going to fight it anymore.
I'll never forget when in 2023 we were in the middle of a broadcast, you and I, Brandon, and I was setting up the one camera in the arcade. And you know how sometimes someone will post something on Facebook and you'll get a special notification, Alan Yoder hasn't posted in a while, or Alan Yoder has checked into here. I was setting up the camera, you were already getting ready to start commentating, and I get a notification. Mind you, I've never gotten a notification for Alan ever. I get a notification. Alan checked into the blah 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 McDonald's and is feeling sad because he checked into where he was and he put an emotion on there. So I'm like, oh God, what happened now? So I immediately text him. I'm like, what happened this time?
I honestly can't remember which one that was. I can't,
but if I go back on my old text messages, I could.
I'll tell you what. There was another time. So there's a teacher that told me, "Hey, keep a bag of gym clothes in your car in case you cover a gym class." Well, this one day, that was the best advice ever, because I went to pick up my drink, and for some reason, there was Dr. Pepper all over the lid. Like, they hand me it, Dr. Pepper all down my nice shirt and all this stuff. So,
Mr. Yoder.
I ended up having to change in the teacher parking lot, in my car, away from where anyone could see me.
Did you get to try the Grimace shake?
I'm not a milkshake person because they don't like me. I'm gonna leave it at that. That's probably already TMI.
So that's a no for the Grimace. Did you try the Grimace shake, Brandon?
Is it purple?
Yeah.
See, I will not eat foods that they color specifically for characters.
I missed out on the Grimace. I missed out on the Grimace shake trend, bro.
Yeah, like the color Burger King burgers. Nah.
Oh,
so you never had the Barney the Dinosaur ice cream at Brewster's?
That was in all the same summer. The Spider-Verse burger. Because if you go on my YouTube channel, which is on the same channel, no, it's not actually. It's on the 3RK YouTube channel. I tried to try it. That was an epic fail. And then I didn't get to try the Grimace shake. I don't like milkshakes. I don't really like milk. But missed out on that. I think Grimace needs to be in the thumbnail. Everything that fits Alan's personality needs to be in the thumbnail for this part. So we need to put a pierogi, something Pittsburghy. It's always three things. Something Pittsburgh, a pierogi, and then giant-ass Grimace. That fits
man,
Alan the best.
I love the concept and all that, but that's just disgusting.
Look, you should have Mr. Rogers' trolley just driving around Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There you go.
I could do that.
I
It's
like
very
Karsen do creative stuff because I'm not here.
I got you.
That was my show growing up.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I could see it. So, have you ever ridden the ride at Idlewild before it was Daniel Tiger?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a classic.
I saw, what's that purple panda's name? Oh, yeah, Purple Panda.
Oh.
He was there the one day.
Oh, man. Well, should we call it there, Mr. Yoder? It's pretty late.
My bedtime's in a half hour.
I got you, man. So, well, thank you again, Alan Yoder, for joining us. Thank you for all the stories, the Yinzer test and all that, and the McDonald's stories.
And during our postponement from last week.
Absolutely, yes. It was duly needed.
You know what? Maybe next summer, after the school year ends, I can come on and give you more McDonald's lunch stories.
Dude, you'll have more by the end of next week, bro.
Yeah, you come on anytime, man. We don't have a strict schedule.
You were just there last Saturday, and it was... I sent you a video, and I was like, dude, this point...
Yeah.
I told him, at this point, just go there hungry, not craving a certain item, because you'll get food. It's not going to be what you ordered, so don't have your heart set on a certain
Here's
menu
what happened. I was babysitting my 3-year-old niece for the afternoon, and I'm like, you know what? I'm a good uncle. I'm going to spoil her. Got her a Happy Meal, which I got for free with my points.
Right.
I ordered myself 2 snack wraps, which I sent you a Snapchat.
Yes.
The first time I tried it. Different location, though.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, it shouldn't have taken a half hour to get 2 snack wraps. Ridiculous. Anyway, I order the Happy Meal. I ordered 2 snack wraps and 1 double cheeseburger.
Right.
I get home. I open it up. There's a 10-piece McNugget and 2 plain cheeseburgers.
Right.
Not a double cheeseburger. 2 plain cheeseburgers. Which, you know what? They're fine. But it's not what I ordered.
Technically, that's double cheeseburger.
And
It's 2 of them.
whoever ordered this chicken McNugget got honey mustard, which I'm not a fan of McDonald's honey mustard. The least they could have done was give me sweet and sour.
I do love sweet and sour.
Very good.
Yeah, my brother once paid me $20 to lick it clean. Like,
Okay. Well, I wouldn't do that, but
I mean, it was an easy decision to do it.
a whole tub, or not
Yeah.
tub, but like a whole case, like the McDonald's packets.
Yeah,
That's oof.
I mean,
Ugh.
we were kids, and
Yeah,
boys will be boys.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Oh,
$20
man.
a lot of money when you're a kid, so.
True. Very
Yeah.
true. Well, we'll call it there, Mr. Allen. You can head on out. Thank you for joining us. Say
Yep.
bye to the crowd.
See ya, invisible crowd.
Such an Allen thing to say. Oh, we forgot to touch on. We'll keep this brief. Say one dad joke. We touched on everything that has to do with you, but we missed the dad
Listen,
joke.
I tell you this all the time. I don't usually tell dad jokes, but when I do, he usually laughs.
There we go, man.
Hey, why'd the old man fall into the well?
Oh, this is my absolute favorite. Did you know, Brandon?
No.
Do I get
tell
the
me.
honors of saying it?
Go ahead.
He couldn't see that well.
Oh!
My other favorite one, I
Oh,
told Tommy this
gosh.
earlier today at the bar. I was like, what did the fish say when he hit the wall? Damn.
What did the blanket say when he fell off the bed?
Sheet.
Oh, sheet.
Well, Alan, thank you for joining us. It's been great. We hit all the beats. That was the last beat we had to hit. This has officially been the Alan episode, man. Absolutely crazy. All right, man. Be safe getting home.
Yep.
We'll see ya. I'll see you tomorrow, bright and early, back here.
Yay.
I won't. So
I can't
long,
wait.
Alan.
See you guys. Have a good one.
You
So
too.
long,
Thank you.
pal.
All right, Alan Yoder's leaving the studio right now. All right, jump right into it. You got the game you wanted to play last episode.
Well, so here's the thing. I think that's better for.
Are you about to postpone it again?
No, well, okay. So the thing is I think that's a better segment for when we do have guests. I have something. This is what you're looking at. Is not that. This is something different.
Oh,
And it's good to have stuff on standby.
okay.
And
I'm ready for this new thing.
Well, I wanted a segment to bring, or like a segue of conversation of some kind, but there's no conversation taking place right now.
No.
So, but so I don't. If I could even remember why the thought came to my head, because there was a reason, it would make this bit a lot better. And I don't know why. But have you ever taken like a personality test?
I believe so.
No, you know how there's like it's like the weird letters like I, M, J, like that stuff.
Yeah.
So I did one of those a long time ago, right? I had to do it for my work at Zoomies back in those days. And I don't remember any of my letters, okay? I know there's introvert, extrovert in there. I think you probably know which one I am.
Yeah.
So I took it, though, and I was intrigued by it. I was very intrigued by it because, you know, I'm like, oh, I get to learn more about myself.
Right.
How awesome. And I did it for our district manager, though, by the way, who I hate. Yeah, I can say that now because I don't work there anymore. I could. Oh man, I'm telling you, I don't think she's a human. I think she's a robot. I do. I genuinely think she's like the first form of human AI.
Okay.
But anyways, she works at HQ now, so it's fine. I hope someday this message gets to her. Anyways, so we did that for Zoomies, and so I told my friend about this, okay? Because she's also into, I don't know, you classify it as just deep philosophical stuff, maybe.
Yeah.
You know I'm a big philosophy guy.
Right.
And so I told her about this personality quiz thing because, you know, it was cool. And then, so she was like, oh, yeah, I've done one of those before. And I was like, oh, you don't sound all that interested. And she was like, well, have you heard of this? So she introduced me to this whole different thing. This is a thing, all right, it's called an Enneagram type. Have you ever heard of this?
No.
Oh, you have no idea at all?
No.
This personality test is unlike anything I've ever done before. Now, the only downside is this does, if you want very detailed results, it does cost money. And I got the most expensive one you can, because why not?
Okay.
But you can still do the test, though, I think, for free.
So you paid money for this?
I paid for the detailed results. Because the purpose of this is that you're supposed to be able to utilize it. It gives you very insightful information, and it is very insightful.
Right.
Based on your type, to help you, like, with, like, work life, you know, relationships, all these little facets of your life. And if you just explain it to somebody like that, like, oh, yeah, it's a personality test to help you in life, you know, some people are going to be like, oh, well, it's just a gimmick, it's a personality test. This is totally different, okay? So she told me about this, and I took this test, and I'll read the description of it for you, but essentially, okay, what it is there's 9 Enneagram types, and these are not your typical personality types, okay? These, this was created by a man, I'm probably going to pronounce this wrong, by a name of Ian Michael Crone, or Cron, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. And he came up with this whole thing. Now, let me get to the reading segment, because this actually says, what is the Enneagram? Well, I'll tell you. All right.
I have no idea where this podcast is going.
I don't either. This is, like I said, I wanted a segue so it doesn't seem as random, but I really wanted to talk about this because it's so intriguing. So I'm going to read it off the report here, the actual page. All right. The word Enneagram comes from the Greek... See, I'm already messing up words. The word Enneagram comes from the Greek words ennea, meaning 9, and gram, what is written or drawn. Okay?
Okay.
So, Enneagram styles, identified as numbers 1 through 9. Each number represents a worldview and archetype that resonates with your core motivations. This impacts on personality as well as thinking, feeling, and actions. The Enneagram is a useful guide on your journey towards self-development, relationship building, conflict resolution, and the improvement of team dynamics. It is, however, not aimed at boxing in or limiting or categorizing you. As an individual, you are more complex, unique, and distinct than your Enneagram reflects. While your Enneagram style remains the same throughout your life, the characteristics of your style may either soften or become more pronounced as you grow and develop. Are you digging all this so far?
Yes.
I'm sure you are. The Enneagram is an archetypal map. It's a powerful, practical, and rich... It is powerful... I can't read, man. All right, so please forgive me. It is powerful, practical, and rich in the content and insight it offers. You may find that at different times, different aspects of this report will resonate with you in certain aspects of your life and be more prominent in certain times of your life or particular circumstances. Now, I don't know where on here it says, oh, there's a whole nother page. I'm not reading all this. Basically, the part I wanted to read was how it's not a personality that just kind of tells you what your personality is, right? It's an actual, like, it's what is behind the things that actually motivate you and drive your decision making.
Okay.
And like bring you to make decisions you make and basically motivate you to be who you are. They're like aspects of yourself that do not change.
Okay.
It is like the foundation of your character. God. What's wrong, Carson? Is it too complicated for you?
Yes.
It's the most in-depth personality test ever made, but it's not per se your personality. It's your core drives. Okay.
Gotcha.
So these 4 types. I'm gonna tell you the 9 types. There's 9.
All right, I'm ready.
And you tell me which one you think you are.
Okay.
All right, and then I'll tell you which one I am.
Okay.
So it's all 2 words, right? Okay. So archetype number 1, Enneagram 1, is the strict perfectionist. Okay. And number 2 is the considerate helper.
Ooh.
Number 3 is the competitive achiever.
Okay.
Number 4 is the intense creative.
Oh my God! So far, I feel like I'm all of these.
Yeah. Number 5 is the quiet specialist.
Okay.
Number 6 is the loyal skeptic.
Okay.
Number 7 is the enthusiastic visionary.
Oh wow.
Number 8 is the active controller.
Okay.
And number 9 is the adaptive peacemaker.
So which one am I?
Which one? What do you think you are?
I would say I'm like 4 of them combined, but I would say the one that hits home is the enthusiastic visionary.
Enthusiastic visionary. What do you think I am?
Mixed with the peacemaker, with visionary, with quiet.
So, let me ask you this. First of all, what on earth makes me a peacemaker?
I don't know. You don't seem like the kind of guy who likes conflict.
I don't enjoy conflict, but I enjoy chaos.
Okay, you're right. Yeah.
No, I don't. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not the adaptive peacemaker though.
Okay. Was I right on the other 2 though?
No, actually.
Oh.
I'm not the enthusiastic visionary. I am very enthusiastic, of course.
Uh-huh.
And I think a lot of these have links. There, when you go into the in-depth reports, there's links to the other ones. You have like your wings, okay, are the 2 types next to yours, and it goes very in depth into all of this stuff. But what's the other one you said? A quiet specialist?
Yeah.
Am I quiet?
It depends. When you're around me, no.
That's fair. I am quiet around certain people. Well, Karsen, you might be interested to know that I'm the intense creative.
Okay. I can see that.
And now, so when I found this out and I read into this, I was like, okay, that makes sense. That's kind of it. But when I actually started reading into the in-depth report,
right,
like the amount of accuracy that this thing has,
really,
is unbelievable. Now the test is about 300 questions.
God.
And a lot of them are like almost they seem like repeating questions almost, worded slightly differently. But it's all, believe me, when you see the accuracy, it's worth all of those questions.
Okay.
Now, it goes more in-depth to your personal, because even within the 1 type, right? It goes into so much more different, there's like 36 pages here, man. I'm trying to find the page.
Oh my God.
There's subtypes and everything. So, again, this is like the most random segment we've ever done on this podcast because I don't remember why I brought it up. But I had a reason for bringing this up, all right? And I would love for you to... I really want people to explore into this and look into it because it's actually super useful for life.
Could we provide like a link in the description below?
Yeah. I could put a link to like the website. The only issue is I don't know how much detailed information you get without paying for like the full report. I know there were 2 options of like you can get like your basic report and then you get the full one, which includes like the full one basically adds in, you get like more detailed explanations as to how to utilize your type in terms of like work environments, working with other people, how you do in certain situations, like when you're, what's the word? Let me see if I can find a little. what are those things called? Not a glossary, but like a... At the beginning when it tells you the
An
list of
encyclopedia?
No, just like at the beginning when it tells you all the chapters.
Oh, table of contents.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Table of contents.
We'll go with that one.
That's what it's called. Table of contents.
Wasn't that at the end?
No. Table of contents is...
I've been out of high school for 10 years, dude. I forget basic stuff like this. Let's see what it says. Though. I found it here. So 27 subtypes. I won't go into all that, obviously. Centers of expression, right? So it reflects on how you express certain patterns of thinking, feeling, and actions. Like, this is all crazy useful stuff. And I am so happy I found this, and I still utilize this stuff, like, all the time. Let's see, strain levels, how you operate in situations of strain, you know, like, what are things you can do when you're experiencing moments where you're strained in a particular way? Communication advice, giving and receiving feedback.
Right.
And then I think when you get the full report, the extra detailed, it includes also, like I said, more work-related stuff, like decision-making, leadership and management, team behavior, coaching relationships, things like that. So, I don't know where to take this conversation from here. All right, but so I'm a little upset that you pointed it out and you're like, talk to me about it. And like, I don't know where to go with this. But I'm gonna put this on there because I'm
absolutely. If anyone's interested, they could check it out. My brain is fried.
I feel like not enough people know about this though. And
so we're bringing light to it to our 13 listeners.
It is, and you know what? Until I have a reason to come back to this, I'm gonna use this as a segue.
Okay.
Because you said to enlighten viewers. I had an idea on my drive here, Karsen, as I set my laptop down. Because I was thinking about this, and you know how last episode we did this with Lexi.
Yes.
My one like rapid fire question. I said, "What's the thing that brings you a moment of just pure joy?"
Yeah.
And I was thinking about it because I had another experience like that, and I kind of want to make this like a little segment, you know, that we can do weekly. Maybe just like at the end, an ending segment. Okay. And it's not so much me asking, but it's just me pointing out something. A moment of pure joy. Because I feel as though in this day and age, Karsen, it may be lost on some people how to truly enjoy life, okay?
Yes.
All the horrible things going on in the world, all the negative things, you know, the little things in life that like bring you happiness and joy. Sometimes I feel like those are taken for granted. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'd like to just take some time, you know, take time at the end of every episode and just bring up something, just a small thing that just brings just pure, just unrivaled joy.
To me?
Well, I'll give one, and if you have one,
okay.
that too.
Go ahead, you can go first.
I plan on giving one weekly, and this is just to shed some light on some things in life that you can really take the time to appreciate and really soak in when something truly makes you happy. So, you know, mine is this week. Last week I said storms.
Right.
Which I did have another one of those.
What did I say last time? Did I say something?
You said getting a text from somebody you haven't heard from in a while.
Oh,
you know.
that's right. I did say that.
Or getting drunk with a good friend.
Oh yeah, I did.
You know.
Okay, so mine this week.
Well, if you don't have one, that's fine.
I would say the joy that my job gives me sometimes, where I get to create and I have full creative control of what I'm doing, and then especially if it works out in the end, if it becomes a success, then it just opens the door to like more creative things and things that I want to do.
See, I was gonna actually bring that up on another one of our earlier episodes because we're sitting here, you're doing the editing for like the last ride and whatnot.
Yeah.
And there's just like a moment where you're just like watching, like maybe some of the clips or outtakes, you know, of me just doing stupid shit.
Yeah.
You know, or saying silly things, but then getting back in here, putting it all together. Or just going out there and filming a crazy scene where we're just beating each other up off of arcade games. And then, like, I just kind of step back and I look and I'm like, this is literally your job, man. Like, this is your job. Just to make these, like, and that's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, as we sit here in my office and my desktop is open and you're looking on this monitor, you just see all this crazy stuff. You see the mascot pictures. You see bits and pieces of our thumbnail for our podcast. Stuff the news has sent me, random pictures, and then there's two things right here that the public doesn't know about. Brandon, we're not going to say what he's looking at, but what he's looking at
What
is
am I looking at?
early concept of a new character coming to Karts in the Dark.
What world is that?
Let's just say I'll give you like a little snippet here.
It's terrifying, I can tell you that.
Yes, it's an evil version of Daryl the Skeleton. It's his doppelganger.
That one there.
Yeah.
The one to the left of that, what is that? The Cloverfield monster?
That's the same guy. Just
I'm at a bad angle. I can't,
okay. I wasn't gonna go with that one because it kind of looks like a Terminator. But hey, I don't know where you got Cloverfield monster from.
I think it's just like the red eye thing.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh.
One of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Terminator or Cloverfield?
Well, both.
They're both very good. Yes. I'll ask you this: have you ever seen 10 Cloverfield Lane?
I've seen all of them. I've seen the whole series.
Oh my God, 10 Cloverfield Lane was one of those cinematic experiences I will never forget.
I loved it for that reason you just
Yes.
said. But I'm also a big storyline guy, and we'll get back to my happy thought segment later. Like I said, I wanted that to be for like the end, a
Okay.
sign off. So we'll go back to mine later, because now I want to talk about this.
Okay.
I'm big like a storyline guy. When the first Cloverfield movie came out, you're gonna have to chapter this when you make this. And you publish it.
Absolutely.
Start right here. This is where we start talking about movies.
Okay.
Because I feel like that's inevitable every episode. But so storylines. When the first Cloverfield came out, the original, it was like my favorite movie ever. Mainly because of how mysterious it was.
Yes.
Right? And also how many how many Easter eggs were kind of in the movie. So this movie was made by J.J. Abrams. Right?
Yes.
And J.J. Abrams, I don't know, how do you describe it? He's just like a evil mastermind. I don't know how else to describe it. He created Lost.
I have my own opinions on him, on who he is and what he is.
Well, that sounds kind of negative.
Do you want me to go into it now?
Well, I'm just talking about him from a creative standpoint.
Okay.
I don't know anything about him personally.
So, nothing personally. It's just, I feel like J.J. Abrams is very good at times. He's a very good beginner when it comes to, like, say, if he's doing a show or a 3-trilogy Star Wars movie or something like that. He's good with beginnings and laying down seeds and teasers for what's to come. There's times where he would be brought back to direct, like, the final movie or the final episode, and he kind of fumbles the bag a little bit.
You know what?
He's not good at endings.
100,000,000% agree with all of them. It actually makes perfect sense, because that's kind of my point with the Cloverfield series, too. Because the first one came out, and I was...
It was a found footage movie.
It was, yeah, and I loved it. And it was so mysterious, because, like, he intentionally put it, like, you only saw the monster a couple times.
Yes.
And I saw it when I was much younger, too. This movie's old by now. And then, so, the way the movie ended, too, I spent so much time, like, when I was younger, looking up just, like, background tidbits for this movie, because there's all kinds of... He made, like, fake websites that were dedicated to this movie. It was crazy. He did so much stuff.
Yes.
And then, and it was all supposed to, like, link. So, in my head, I'm like, there has to be... He's got to continue the story at some point. So, fast forward, 10 Cloverfield Lane came out.
Oh, man.
I saw the word Cloverfield in it. My heart just, like, skipped, man. I was so happy. Not relevant to the Cloverfield story in, like, any way at all. I mean, it is once you finish it and you understand it. But...
It's a Twilight Zone type of thing.
It is, yeah. And, like I said, the 10 Cloverfield Lane is awesome, like, on its own right.
Yes.
But in terms of following the
Completely
Cloverfield
different
story,
movie.
yeah. If you watch it thinking you're going to get answers, you're not.
No.
Not from the first movie. Actually, you're going to have way more questions than you started with. So that's kind of like, I was happy that it came out, but I was also expecting like a continuation. And then I think it wasn't long after that they said they were going to...
They did another one on Netflix.
Now, the thing about that, though, I've been waiting for, like, the actual... I'm not going to consider 10 Cloverfield Lane the sequel.
Yeah.
I guess it kind of is, but
Yeah.
I never considered it the sequel. So I spent so many years of my life waiting for this actual sequel to Cloverfield that at some point I just kind of wrote off. I'm like, it's never going to happen. It's over. Whatever. And it was during a Super Bowl. I don't remember what Super Bowl it was.
It was the 2018 Super Bowl.
Was it? Okay, so... And I have a Super Bowl party every year
Yeah.
at my house, so I always have people over. And, like, I tell you what, dude, the commercial came on, and I think it started, it said, like, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, something was discovered or whatever, and they played like one tiny clip from the first Cloverfield movie, and like just in front of all of my friends at the Super Bowl party, I basically just shit my pants. I was like, there's no way I was like, what?
They're finally doing it this time.
And so the movie was called The Cloverfield Paradox, and it was exclusively on Netflix. Did you watch that one?
I did.
Don't sound like you liked it much, huh?
Wasn't a fan.
It was a bit weird, man.
It was my least favorite of the three.
I liked aspects of it, but I guess it was J.J. Abrams' attempt at sort of clarifying like where the Cloverfield monster came from.
Yeah.
And when you look at it from a broad picture, the idea, it's pretty stupid. But I get it though. Can I give spoilers? This movie's old.
Spoiler alerts for all these Cloverfield movies, just in case.
Basically, yeah. Basically, they're up in space, right? Now the concept, this part of the concept is all right. They're in space, and it's a giant particle accelerator in space, which is absurd. First of all, absurd. And basically, they activate this particle accelerator. They're trying to find a source of just unlimited energy, which hey, aren't we all? You know. And this particle accelerator is basically their last hope, because the world, you know, down below is in war, fighting over resources running low. You know, sound familiar? You know,
yep.
Kind of real life. Yep. And then they fire this particle accelerator, and it creates like some kind of like wormhole paradox where different universes collide and blah blah blah. And it's like, oh, scary monsters. That's kind of the gist. So the movie is kind of cool in its own right if you like weird stuff. And, you know, I don't mean that in a mean way, like just weird stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it is cool, the stuff they did in the movie. But, like, in terms of answering questions of, like, oh, that's where the original monster came from. It's like I was very disappointed in that regard.
See, my absolute favorite of the three is 10 Cloverfield Lane. Mm-hmm. And that's the one that kind of is the off one between the three. Kind of.
Well, because the third one kind of explains how basically the events of the third movie created the events of the first and second, even though they're not correlated.
Yeah. So, but you brought it up about seeing it for the first time at the Super Bowl. 10 Cloverfield Lane was the same way.
Was it?
They filmed it, kept it totally secret. Nobody knew about it until the Super Bowl of 2016 came on. And that's when it was like, what the hell is this movie? And then at the end, they showed it, Cloverfield, 10 Cloverfield Lane. So I was kind of intrigued by it, but I haven't seen the first one at that point. I saw 10 Cloverfield Lane before I saw the first one. My high school buddies and I, we went out for my birthday. It came out the weekend of my birthday. And we went, we were pretty close to the screen. We had no idea. And they were like, this is the second one? I'm like, yeah. And they were like, what's the first one about? I was like, apparently it's about an alien attacking New York. And they were like, okay. And the fact that we were on this emotional journey through a completely different movie. John Goodman in that movie is gigantic. So you feel so weak and helpless when he's like standing over you. So intense. And then that plot twist at the end, man. I will never forget that movie, dude. So intense.
And unfortunately for you, the fact that you didn't see the first one first really didn't make any effect.
It didn't.
You didn't lose anything.
You could go in. This was just a one-off movie if you really look at it that way. So yeah, I have it on Blu-ray. I have a hoodie and a T-shirt that says 10 Cloverfield Lane. I wear it all the time.
And what was I gonna say? There's one more like little Easter egg in there.
In 10 Cloverfield Lane?
No, it was like the original. The name Cloverfield wasn't even the name of it. I don't remember what the original name was gonna be.
Yeah.
They like kind of I think J.J. Abrams said they just kind of gave the project the name of Cloverfield for some reason. And, like, people weren't supposed to find out because it wasn't the title, but somebody leaked it and found out that's what it was called.
Yeah, there was a lot of
So they just kind of, they took it and just ran with it.
Same with the first Cloverfield movie.
Well, that's what I meant in the first Cloverfield movie.
As far as marketing goes, it only played in theaters as the trailer. The trailer only played in theaters. I mean, this was early internet, too.
Yeah.
But if you saw Transformers 1.
That's where I saw it.
The first Michael Bay Transformers. It played before Transformers.
Yep.
So right off the bat, you were like, holy shit, what is this? Mm-hmm. Unless you were part of the internet goons who were like all over like the fake websites and stuff. Or did the fake websites start after the trailer dropped?
I think they definitely started after the trailer. I don't know if they were after the movie too.
Right.
Until maybe J.J. Abrams saw what he could do with it. And...
Same thing as what we were talking about in past episodes. You had to see the new Christopher Nolan trailer when you saw Jurassic World, and then I saw Fantastic Four this weekend, and to see the new Avatar 3 trailer, you had to go see. So I love this shit of being like, you have to go see this, and then when it comes on, you're like seeing it for the first time, and
that was my favorite part of going to movies back in the day.
Yeah, now it's everywhere, except Cloverfield. They'll keep it under wraps. Like a new Cloverfield trailer could drop tomorrow.
Yeah, but
and it would be like. Classic.
Because of how long I was waiting for it, I thought the whole time, I'm like, man, it's been like 10 years. JJ must be cooking up something crazy good. And, I mean, he wasn't, but, you know.
And then it's also been a while since Paradox, so maybe they're
No, the series is done. I mean, there's really nothing left to...
True. Unless they do another wild Twilight one-off story.
Well, because, they come up with something good. The end of Cloverfield Paradox is basically the lady astronaut arrives back at her home planet.
Yeah.
But her husband, I believe, he's like yelling at her, or he's yelling at her superiors.
Right.
And they're like, she's on her way. She's on her way back. And then he's like, no, don't let her come back. Tell her not to come back.
Uh-huh.
And like, I was kind of, I love drama, but that part was a little, felt a little forced.
There was a rumored Cloverfield movie in the works that had to do with zombie Nazis. I think it ended up turning out to just be another movie produced by J.J. Abrams, but it had nothing to do with Cloverfield.
That's the thing with Cloverfield. At this point, if you're going to make more, it's going to be, I don't know, I kind of compare it to maybe like the Fallout franchise, where like you can build a story off of it just based on like you kind of set the Cloverfield universe. Mm-hmm. If you wanted to do something within it, you definitely could, which is why I love Fallout, by the way. Fallout is... thank you for segmenting into this, because Fallout is just the single greatest thing that's ever been put on this planet Earth. Have you seen the TV series?
No.
Oh my. Well,
none of it.
I'm going to say this too. If you haven't played the games, you're not going to appreciate the series. You need to watch you need to know the lore, you need to know all of it. Because it's one of them situations where it's a game, right, and they turn it into a movie. Now, typically... I think in history that has not worked out very well. It'll turn out very different, or it'll just be horrible. But Fallout, man, I mean, they nailed it. It's here's how I described it to my brother, who's also a big Fallout freak. And this is the last thing I'll say, because obviously you're not invested into this like me, but that's fine. But it's like you could it's like the Fallout producers went into a meeting room, right? And they laid out their storyline for the next Fallout game and just had it all done. Like, they had the whole storyline for the game made, and then somebody at the table was like, hold on, wait a minute. What if let's just turn this shit into a TV series? And then just left it all as is, and then just made it a TV series. That's kind of what it is. It feels like you're playing the game almost, because all of the lore, all of the backstory, like the Fallout universe is left perfectly intact. Which is amazing considering it's a completely different company that made the series. Yeah. They handed it off to somebody totally different. And they said Bethesda had like some oversight into the series and stuff. And me being as big a Fallout fan as I am, I almost had no expectations. I'm like, there's no way you're going to get this right. Like, Fallout's too perfect. It's a different company. There's no way.
I have heard of it.
And they nailed
the show, especially. Yeah,
I've heard even if you haven't played it, I think you'd like it.
I think so too.
It's a perfect balance of like comedy, but like serious.
I like how we went on this whole tangent about Cloverfield just because you mistaken my evil Daryl the Skeleton concept art for the Cloverfield monster.
That sums up our podcast.
Very much.
Yeah. Was there anything else you wanted to say in regards to that stuff?
No, because that goes into what made me happy. Right.
Okay. Well,
so back to yours.
Well, I don't even want not the happy stuff yet.
Okay.
Because I wanted to tell you this, because this is a big deal. Like, I'm like, when I say something, I have a new all-time favorite of something. Okay, that's a big deal, because I hold things in high regard when they're my favorite, right? Like movies, Black Mass, Oppenheimer. Like, it'll take like a movie sent from God himself to surpass one of those, you know? So, I can officially tell you, Karsen, that I have a new official favorite TV series of all time.
And what's that?
Let me just preface this a little more, okay?
Okay.
This beats out Squid Game.
Really?
This beats out Chernobyl.
Is it American Idol?
Jesus, come on. Why would you even make that joke?
Continue.
It's a Netflix exclusive, and
Okay.
I'm not finished, but I'm almost done.
Okay.
And also, it took the title 2 seasons in. Only 2 seasons, and I was like, this is the one. But, my opinion, the greatest series ever created. Peaky Blinders.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Have you watched it?
No, but I've heard amazing things about it.
Oh, my God.
Especially with someone when Oppenheimer came out. They were like, you loved
Yeah.
Oppenheimer? Peaky Blinders.
Well, yeah, because Cillian Murphy.
Yep.
How do you... I always feel like I'm saying his name wrong.
I think it's Cillian Murphy.
Cillian?
Murphy, but I've heard my one friend, he butchers it and goes Cillian Murphy.
Well, that's terrible. If you said Cillian...
Cillian.
Listen... Because he's so good, he deserves the respect of me not messing his
Yeah.
name up. But
I hear people say Cillian Murphy.
Yeah.
Cillian.
I think that's what I've... Either way, one of the best actors, you know, in the world.
Right.
In my opinion.
Absolutely.
A lot of actors that popped up in the series, too, that I didn't know were going to be in it. Tom Hardy is in it. Oh, my God. Tom Hardy is just... Everything he does is so good. He might be my favorite actor. He's up there. You need to watch it. You need to watch the series.
We'll see.
It's... if you ask, I would say, like, my brother and then, like, 2 of my friends, okay? They are constantly feeding me new movies and TV shows. They're like, you have to watch this. It's so good. You would love it. And I just never watch them.
Okay.
I don't know why, okay? I promise you guys, it's nothing personal at all. That's just how I am. Like, my brother has probably a list of about 25 movies that he's been telling me to watch for 25 years, okay? And I haven't even touched it, all right? And I have, like, 2 other friends that are the same way. But Peaky Blinders was one that obviously was recommended, because... And also, that's one that was already on my own list of things that I want to dive into and watch one day. I just haven't had a Netflix account. And, I mean, because it's Netflix exclusive, you know? I'm not going to bootleg it. What do you think I am?
Yeah.
So, it was a little bit after I finished Squid Game, and I'm just kind of scrolling on Netflix because I had time to kill, and I saw Peaky Blinders, and I was like, oh, let me just dive into the first episode. And then here we are, I don't know, 2 months later, and I'm 2 episodes from the end, and I'm not prepared.
Right.
Like, what do you do with the hole in your heart when you finish a TV series that is your favorite of all time? I'm not ready for it. I'm not ready.
Yeah. Dude's grabbing his forehead right now.
I'm like emotionally, like, just prepping myself.
You just gotta find another one. Find another franchise to be
Well, that's the thing. When you find a series and you're like, this is my favorite series of all time.
Yeah.
Once you're done, it's like, what's gonna beat that?
Yeah.
What's gonna beat that? Even if something's like kind of good or almost as good, it's not as good. Nothing will beat it. Now, I did. I talked to my one friend, one of the ones that recommended it, and I did say, like, it is nice to know I'm almost 29, and I'm still watching, like, stumbling across TV series that just encapsulate me from episode 1.
Right.
So it is still good to know that they are out there. But man, I'm telling you, I don't know if this is gonna.
It's gonna hurt.
It's gonna hurt, and I mainly wish you'd watch it so I could talk to you about it.
Yeah.
But it's just. Well, we'll get off the topic of movies.
That silence right there said it all.
Yeah.
We could feel your pain.
Yeah.
Just radiating off of you.
Anyways.
So, is there anything else you wanted to add to this podcast? Your weekly happy thought?
Let me just ask you one more random question.
Okay.
What the hell's the deal with Dollar Generals, man?
I don't know. They seem to be doing well.
So here's what I mean. All right.
Uh-huh.
Like, for some reason, over the last couple of years, they've been popping up everywhere, right? There's like a new one every 2 weeks, it seems like.
Yes.
And you know what I've noticed?
What?
All these new ones. They're popping up in all these places because they're plots of land that no sane company in the world would ever purchase. Every Dollar General that has been built within the last 2 years is placed in the absolute worst possible place that you could possibly put a convenience store. They are all literally placed right at the end of very steep hills that you cannot see over the edge of, or coming down a steep hill. All of them. If it was just one or two, I'd be like, oh, that's just unfortunate. But it's all of them, Karsen. Every single one I go to, it's like...
This is just a Brandon rant session.
It is, but because it's like every time I'm leaving a Dollar General, I'm playing Russian roulette with traffic. I cannot take it. God, I pulled into one on my way here. And the thing is, I knew it was there. I knew it was coming, but I didn't know exactly where. So I'm like kind of trying to slow down, but then I saw it just right there, and I'm pretty sure I almost flipped my car just trying to pull into it.
What were you going to buy?
What did I got a pack of Airheads bites that I just completely smashed before I even got here. Whole bag gone.
Oh, okay.
It's a very good food.
I don't know. It's just they're very successful with that, and they're known for that. It's part of their reputation at this point. And
would you call it success?
I don't know. Have you ever seen a Dollar General close? I've seen other ones close.
What do you mean, like close down?
Yeah. I feel like they all put them in, and then they always stay there forever.
Do you think they're the reason that Rite Aid's done for?
I don't know. There might be
Aid.
other factors that we don't know about or don't know the proper research.
Rite Aid was doing fine.
How about that? Yeah, they're all done, aren't they?
The one in Grove City was so done. They just built that one not even that long ago. I had to get the Dollar General thing off my chest, though.
I understand,
on the way here, it drove me crazy.
I mean, I've seen most of them just in shopping centers, but I'll have to keep my eyes out next time.
Those are the fine ones. The OG ones are fine.
Yeah.
They're in good spots, but I'm telling you, they go out and they look for land, and they probably get a favorable price for that specific plot of land because it's just a horrible place to put a store. And that's why they have so many.
Brandon Lambert, what makes you happy this week?
Well, I'll tell you what. After all the negative things I've said, all right, we got to remember there are beautiful things in this world, okay? And
thank Alan for his love of Pittsburgh.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, and the Penguins, like, I will say this about Alan too. Like, respect and give him credit for going to a whole NASCAR, not just like one event, but like the whole weekend, going by himself. I could never.
Oh yeah.
I would go insane.
Yeah.
I would lose my mind.
I think I would too. I need people to entertain me.
That is just like, I would just feel so awkward, you know. But you know, there are things in life though, okay, that you need to stop and appreciate. All right. And the one that happened to me today, all right. When you find a new music artist, okay. And this is a special one because you might only get this a couple times in your lifetime. Okay. Right? And it just happened to me. But you discover a new music artist because maybe you hear a song that you really like, okay? And then you listen to that song for a while. But then eventually you find another song from that artist. And you really like that one too. And then eventually you're like, you know what? I just got to listen to all their stuff. You know, let's just see what they're about and listen to all of their songs. And just every single song you play from that artist, you just fall in love with. Just every time. You're like, that song is amazing. Next. Right. That song is amazing. Next. And just every song. It is so rare to find an artist like that. And like, for someone like me that just loves like music, movies, things like that, the things in life that you're meant to enjoy. Yeah. I hold that stuff so close to my heart. So like, it's a special thing for me. And the artist I'm referring to, by the way, is Illenium, actually. You know of him?
I think so.
It's like a he. I think it's a he. I don't think he is a group. I think it's one guy. Illenium. I will not spell that for you because I don't know how. But he's one of those artists that like he'll make the music and then have like guest singers on for like all the songs. Right. But dude, just every single song, man. I'm just like, why has it taken me 29 years to find this song, man?
And that's what makes you happy this week.
That is, yeah. That's one of those things that like when you come across it, it's a special thing, and you got to like soak it in.
I understand.
I may never find another artist like that in my life.
Maybe not.
I fear, Karsen. I fear they're coming dangerously close to surpassing Aurora.
Oh,
now,
really?
They will not surpass Aurora as a person because of my history with Aurora and all the things I've been through. She'll always be number one in my heart. But like we're talking like just like pure like creation of music, man. You should look into them. I don't know.
Good
if
for
like
you, man.
I don't even know what kind of music you listen to, Carson. What do you listen to?
I listen to pop, rap, anything but country, really.
That's so vague.
It is very vague. I like a lot of music.
Favorite artist?
I don't have one. In fact, probably my most favorite songs, I probably don't know the artist's name. I probably don't even know the proper name for the song. It's just, I'm very weird when it comes to music. I love music, but I don't have a favorite artist. I don't have a...
You've ever had a friend that told you, they're like, I just don't like music?
No. I've met some very weird people who are very weird about their music.
You gotta cut. If somebody comes into your life and they're like, I don't like music, you need to get rid of them. You don't need them in your life.
You heard it here first, folks.
Well, but here's the thing. He's still my friend, though. This guy. He's still my friend. He did turn out to music. It was a dubstep that finally took him in.
Oh, I see.
It was the dubstep. And, but yeah, I mean, how can you say you don't like music? I mean, it's just...
I love music, man. Do you love music? Obviously. Right?
I love everything, Carson. I love everything. This has been one of the most random episodes, I think.
It is, especially that last half, honestly.
Which is good. I mean, because the off week, can throw a rhythm off. But,
you build some things up and you got to let it out here. I can't remember what the runtime for our first podcast was, but...
hour 15, or hour 57, sorry, like hour 57.
So this is our longest one. We hit 2 hours and 5 minutes.
No, I think the first one was 2:17.
Okay, gotcha.
Last week, 2 weeks ago, was 1:57
right.
or so.
Okay.
But we'll have more structure coming forward. But
yep.
This is more of like, let's get stuff off of our mind. We didn't even talk about the championship event. I wanted to talk about the craziness I went through in the broadcast booth by myself. We'll save that.
That broadcast is currently being edited by our editor, Lexi. So she just started today. She should have a rough cut by tomorrow.
Listen,
her laptop was running a little slow, couldn't handle it.
Listen, the amount of struggle I went through in that broadcast booth, I feel bad for Lexi that you put that on her.
Oh, yeah. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how well she does. I told her to be creative with it. She's also using our past broadcasts as references and stuff like that. So,
You remember at one point when we were like, oh, well, if this episode of the podcast comes out after or before the playoff broadcast, as if the playoff broadcast was going to be ready in 2 days.
Yeah.
I don't know why we thought that.
No, this is the first day we're touching it, and it's already a week and a half since the championship.
You haven't done anything yet before today.
No, nothing. It started today, and that'll be it. So we'll see.
We had a lot of events that weekend, so I get it.
It's been very busy, and it's still going to be busy. We have a lot going on. I've already started on Karts in the Dark and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
So. Alrighty, so that'll do it for episode 3 of After Hours with Karsen and Brandon Lambert. Brandon, do you have any closing thoughts before I do the closing?
I just can't wait to see how you're going to segment the chapters in this one.
In this one, it's going to be definitely interesting. It's going to be more than usual. But I think the hardcore and the heart and soul of this episode was, of course, Mr. Alan Yoder.
Of course, absolutely.
We want to thank him.
He'll be on again sometime.
I'm sure, yeah. We'll have reoccurring guests as we go on in the future. We want to thank Alan again for being here. Hopefully, him and his folks listen to this as well. The true Pittsburgh Yinzer of 3RK. Brandon and I signing off officially. We'll see you next time. Say bye, Brandon.
So long.
Bye-bye.